The Falls Count Everywhere podcast would like to mention our friends at the following. We Talk Wrestling. For the one stop you need for the most intriguing stories and headlines, and info on independent shows in multiple regions, We Talk Wrestling has you covered. Subscribe to Facebook's #1 interactive community for professional wrestling today. Pro wrestling on Tuesdays are a blast with the Wrestle Talk podcast. Join the Night Owl, DJ Big Sexy, Luke Roberts, The Alpha, Jay Wade, Nightmare Jones, and many others as they bring you the hottest takes on the major circuits, showcase interviews with various indie stars, and the only place to get news on the most popular fantasy wrestling promotion, the FWWC. Catch them every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central. Find all of their media outlets on their website at WrestleTalkPodcast.com.
Before each and every show, we like to remind our audience that freedom is never free, and all of us should be grateful to those who lay it all on the line. To all our first responders, military, and volunteers that help our nation every day, we love you and appreciate the sacrifices you make to protect all of us.
Get ready for episode number 147 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast, as we take a look back with all the festivities that went down this past weekend in what's sure to have been the biggest wrestling event in St. Louis in 2024. It's the entire recap of SICW FanFest 2. This podcast is scheduled for one episode, where falls count everywhere.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and we're here to recap what's probably the biggest weekend we've had so far this year. And the party is still going. Everybody, welcome to the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. We're officially making this episode number 147, everybody. Yes, sir. As we keep climbing up, we keep doing shows, and we just keep getting larger. Even after yesterday, we're going to expand in size. I have a good feeling about it. My name is Rough Cut Rick Ruby. Of course, here on the top left, the top right, of course, is the Gem City Mouse Zmiz. Of course, GQ down here at the bottom. And these two guys that did a lot of canvassing, I should say, yesterday throughout the FanFest, and we're going to get into the details of that. But I just kind of trying to get because Z, let's go to you first, because you actually had a pretty busy day yesterday, even after the FanFest. So
yes.
kind of taking how you're feeling right now, and then of course how your night went throughout last night.
Man, from the FanFest being packed, I was running late like usual because Zmiz runs late, and Austin will contest. I'm a certain type of person because I do run late all the time. But the FanFest was amazing. Oh my God, it was over the top. It was a blast. We got to hang out and see so many people that I did not realize like I'd be soaking up and being in circles with, and getting to visit with, meeting one of my all-time favorite female professional wrestlers, and we'll get into that in a little bit more later. I think I made a new friend too. I really do think I made a new friend. Old Nigel, I think I really like him. That dude's awesome. Like, I'm so happy that we had Brittany on. I can't wait, because somewhere down the wings, and I'm going to say it right now because I know what's going to happen, and I'm just going to bring it in now. We'll have Nigel on the show eventually. And if you don't know who Nigel is, like, we'll get more detail of that later, because the man is one of the most spectacular hidden gems on the indie scenes right now when it comes to this microphone right here. And he was kind of giving me some pointers and tidbits and like helping me out craft the mouth a little bit more on the Gem City Mouse. So it was a wonderful night, a wonderful day. And we just saw Mr. Herb joined us. Thank you again, Herb. I texted you this morning because I wanted everything to settle down, and I did not get to say goodbye to you before I left because you had so much going on, and I respect that. And I thank you, like I said again, for keeping St. Louis wrestling alive and keeping the historical moments alive with this Fan Fest too. And I can't wait. You might get a little mad, but I can't wait for 3 maybe. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? But but I went over to IEW. The boys were putting on a stellar show. We had a pack house over there for a hot day. We had an outdoor show, so it was a hot day, and it was crowd was full. So that's an awesome thing. The boys have been working hard. I got to see my guy PT Beckham retain again against Jake Prater and a surgeon. No. He did not get to make it, unfortunately. Certain circumstances came up. Things had to get changed. Jake Prater stepped in, and third-generation wrestler Damian Blackwell got put into the match by the brand new commissioner, getting his spot back, my good friend Douglas O'Shea. So everything is right in the world. PT Beckham, of course, came out on top. I can't wait to see what he keeps doing, and we're doing really good over there, and hopefully I can take back what I learned from the good man Herb and help these guys out, and we can maybe partner up down the road. It's good things are coming in professional wrestling. That's what I felt last night.
Yeah. So, and as far as yesterday's going, there's a lot of that going around of the no-show syndrome. Yesterday.
It's all right.
And also before I get to, I wanted to bring this back up again with Austin Cage saying, "What's up, gents?" and Zach. So apparently you're targeted this week.
That's all right. It's no big deal. No big deal. I am Zach Zmiz Burton all the way, all day. Teddy. Okay, so I got to hang out Teddy Long, right? We got to hang out Teddy Long for a little bit, and I've been watching some of his podcast stuff that he's been doing with other podcasters, his podcast and all that stuff. And he talked about it on one of the podcasts is that he is Teddy Long, 24, never changed, never had to change, never had to be somebody different. And you know what? I like to think I'm that way too. So I'm all about it. So you call me Zach, whatever. I don't care. I am Zach Zmiz Burton. That's what's up.
There you go. I know that GQ has had pretty much a busy day.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty much a busy weekend. Not only, by the way, yesterday was just not only hot itself. This entire weekend was hot.
It was
hot. I had to provide a music and a PA system and kind of control that at an outdoor event today with a whole blazing heat index of near 100, and I'm tired. I am beat. So, but I'm excited to get through here tonight with our festivities and what we're going to go over here. But GQ, kind of take us through how you're feeling and how your day and night went, and how you're holding up.
I'm just tired and exhausted. I mean, that was it was a long Friday from beginning to end, especially setting up, helping you guys set up the night before and everything. And then just from 7 a.m. going on was doing that to the point that when I was driving to the airport to fly back home and everything, I was falling asleep.
Right. Yeah. Let's just say that. Yeah. Saturday, with all I had to do, and but for the podcast, and then of course, actually, we're going to get into the car that I was actually part of last night as well. But
wait, hold on. I'm noticing there's nothing, no cup. You didn't come home with the cup.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that. Okay. Yeah. So, and by the way, I found out the line that Zap got on and how much on DraftKings. He only put down $1, so he's not losing much. Yeah. He's like, my money's on Ruby. I got $1. It's like,
he knows how much he can lose and how much he should win. So
well, my odds were 17-1, so if that $1 would have won him $17. So
think of what good we could have done with Falls Count Everywhere if I would have won. Come on.
What could we have done with $17 for the show? I mean, come on.
You never know, man.
Yeah, I was a 17-1 odds, and of course,
I can stretch it.
Yeah, he didn't want to put 5 down, but he put $1. But
there was a lot with even Friday night. I got to sit and talk with Jimmy Hart while he was getting everything ready and stuff, just, about this and that, hey, you can get some, stuff here and everything for him and whatnot. And just hearing some stuff with him. But then, the stories we all kept hearing on Saturday was amazing. Just all around. On the show, off the show.
So wonderful.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you that everything went that way.
Hold on. I still got revenge on your ass from last year.
Don't even. Yeah, it did happen. I got bit by Attila.
There's pictures later. We'll get to that. So.
My head still. God.
That stuff. I'm sorry. That stuff doesn't heal quick. Trust me. Okay.
Yeah. He really got in there.
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, it's. Whew, yeah. We'll talk more about Attila.
So, FanFest 3 if it happens.
His turn to get bit?
Yep.
he had the... Okay, so after everything was done, 3 o'clock came, we finally shut down, right? Like, let's go to the end for a minute. This man had the balls and the audacity to put Attila's music on and play it. Like, that wasn't going to bring him back out. Come on, man.
Yeah, he came out and he kind of did a look around and looked at you. And, yeah. Yeah, I heard you wanted second, so
no.
I was gonna do that.
We had to ward him off. I forgot what I was doing now.
Oh my god!
Sharing it out. Make sure you're sharing out the show. Make sure you're liking, subscribing if you're not already doing that. Hit that notification bell so you know when we come live 9 p.m. every Sunday night. For this, by the way, it's Central Time, so 9 p.m. Central Time, just in case. We have made friends throughout the area. We made friends from Canada while we were there at the FanFest. So we don't know now. We're branching out. We were connecting so well this weekend.
Yeah. Internationally acclaimed now, I guess.
Actually, if we made friends in Canada, yep. Because we have friends in Nevada and we have friends in New York and Florida kind of check in on the show once in a while and everything. Even in Philadelphia. So
I would, some people claim that Arkansas is a different country, but no, that's a different part of the country that is two country, if you know what I mean.
And two redneck and two inbred is Indiana sometimes.
All right, reel it in.
Right, yeah. So let's put Z. I know you're probably busy here. I'm going to put up this.
I'm just sharing stuff.
Here. So the buzz about Randy and the entire Orton family has been awesome today. Yes. That is true, and much kudos for Randy to jump on the plane from Jacksonville because he was on SmackDown in Jacksonville, defeating Carmelo Hayes, advancing in the King of the Ring tournament, and then hopping on the plane to get down here to St. Louis last night for Cowboy Bob Orton's induction. Which, by the way, thank you very much to Nick Rednauer and the Pro Shirt Shop for this lovely display that I have right here. And this will be going up somewhere on my wall. I don't know. I think
that's beautiful.
Yeah. I think I really have to make productive time on our week off because I have to do some rearranging here in the studio because I like my shot, but some things are going to have to switch out, change out, whatever, But that's the entire class of the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame, which we're going to get to later on. But yeah, it's quite a day. And we're, yesterday, like I said, we got a lot of shots. GQ went through inside the ballroom of who was there. Our shots to, and just a lot. We're going to talk a recap of what went on during our live feed yesterday.
No, hold on. Herb says this right there. Yeah.
This. Okay.
Go from inducting a father to roasting a father all in the same.
Time out for a minute. Time out for a minute on this because I need to bring up something on this because Nate did steal the show. Like he outshined his brother 100% from almost killing himself getting into the ring to roasting his dad at the FanFest and the Hall of Fame ceremony. I mean, he roasted. Okay, so this brings another thing. A legendary wrestler literally went online and said that they think that wrestlers roast should become a thing, and that was Undertaker. And I'm going to say right now, Herb, if there is a FanFest 3, here's an idea for you, and this is $1 million idea, and I'm all about giving it to you because you've given me so much. I say you have Nathan come back. You line up some other people, and we roast next year's headliner at FanFest 3 because the man stole the show. It was beautiful. It was great. Randy giving homage to the fact that his dad laid all the groundwork and he could be nothing without him. And then Nathan coming in, their sister, who's a nurse. Wonder why. I guess you need one to keep the family healthy.
Right.
All three gave a wonderful, wonderful speech, and Nathan roasting dad was hilarious. The recliner thing. So he talks about his favorite match with his dad is watching him wrestle the recliner. Priceless stuff. Great stuff.
And I know they've done some wrestling roasts before, but I think it's time for it to really be.
Oh, it needs to be a thing. Yeah, it needs to be 100% a thing. I would love to see Godfather roast Teddy Long, Mac Davis roast Teddy. Like the list could go on, and I think it's a beautiful idea because it's fun to poke fun at our friends, just like GQ being the guy that he is, getting a photo with him without while we're tearing down, jerk.
I know.
Sorry, Ruby. I'm not trying to hijack the show. I'm just hyped.
I do want to point out something here. I ignore this guy, but I'm going to bring this one up for a second. Oh, you're going to see that they were on yesterday, and we'll see pictures from them on today together. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was kind of overtaken, which is fine too, because I had some stretching to do and something else better to do than. Because man, I'll tell you that. I had to kind of tame the microphones a little because, we got three loudmouths trying to out loudmouth each other. We almost got shouted out from the freaking hall yesterday. You guys, whew. Well, I'll tell you.
We get in trouble?
I don't know. I almost named a Dramamine. I mean, it started making my head spin. Holy cow!
I was on it. I was on that. They called me the Gym City Mount for a reason, man. Like. Right. Okay, I call myself that, but still, other people do it now. It's caught on.
It's like I call myself Rough Cut because everybody else call me Rough Cut. So. Yeah. So anyway, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to before we get into it, we do have a very short reel of a few upcoming shows here that we're going to be able to plug, and then. Oh yeah. Well, we'll get into that, and I don't know what the hell you're telling him, camera Z, but we'll get into that. But it's only about a minute and a half, guys. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back, and then after these shows, and then we'll talk more about the FanFest that happened yesterday. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Check out these great shows and appearances coming to a city near you. Saturday, May 25th, Glory Pro Wrestling returns with a huge event at the South Broadway Athletic Club located at 2301 South 7th Street in St. Louis, Missouri. Ethan Page, Tootie Lynn Ramsey, and the returning Rohit Rashu are all scheduled to be in action. Doors open at 6 p.m. with a bell time of 7 p.m. For more information on the event and to get your tickets in advance, visit gloryprowrestling.com. Saturday, May 25th, IWA Productions returns to the IWA Event Center located at 521 Perkins Street in Mount Vernon, Illinois as they present Schools Out. Tag Team Champions The Freak Show, Women's Champion TT The Island Girl, and Logan Ridge are scheduled to be in action. Doors open at 6 p.m. with a bell time of 7 p.m. Door ticket prices are $12 for front row and $7 for general admission. Save $2 by purchasing them in advance at the Ringside Buffet. Come join the fun! Friday, May 31st, St. Louis Anarchy presents Anarchy Forever at the House of Anarchy located at 405 East 4th Street in Alton, Illinois. Your main event of the card is Derek Neal defending the Gateway Heritage Championship against Camaro Jackson. Pre-event party starts at 6 p.m. and main card starts at 7 p.m. For more information on event ticket pricing and to get your tickets in advance, visit stlanarchy.com. Remember, fans, without you in the seats, there is no wrestling. Make sure you make plans to attend these shows, and we'll see you at ringside.
Yeah, so like I said, that's a short reel for the upcoming. Now, I will say, though, that SICW does have a big show.
Yes. I was going to say that, too.
At the Worldwide Technology Raceway on June 1st. When NASCAR is in town, Ludacris is going to be in, T-Pain, two well-known artists, from this millennium, I should say, and they're going to have they're going to have two different shows about 1 hour each throughout the day at that. But of course, you have to get tickets to Worldwide Technology Raceway for the event in order to see it. There's no separate show tickets to get in just to see SICW. You got to purchase to be in. You got to purchase race tickets. SICW is just an amenity, if you will, just a little part of that huge event. But still, that event's going to be broadcast on ESPN that day. So big ups to SICW once again to bring wrestling in, to bringing NASCAR and wrestling back together, get like natural, like
it should
be, like it's meant to be. Fits like a glove, and it's. I'm not going to go about a glove fitting scenario, but
I'm still confused about how like Ludacris falls into NASCAR, but that's still that's neither here nor there. I heard T-Pain's going to be there too.
Yeah, like I said, I love to talk with T-Pain, like I said, but I'm going to have like a voice change box in order to kind of make him understand what I got to say. So,
terrible.
Could you imagine that though? I'd try it.
So. Okay, stop. Get down for a second.
Get out, Kenny.
Does Ludacris have a cousin that drives it for NASCAR or car racing that kind of sucks and isn't comparable to any other racer out there? That's why he's being used. Kind of like how.
I mean, we all know. Wait, time out. We all know Ludacris likes NASCAR. Let's see if SICW can make Ludacris a fan of professional wrestling. That's where it's at, because they're going to have what Herb said here. They're projecting a fairly large crowd, and that's going to put new eyes on professional wrestling. That's going to put different eyes on professional wrestling. So fans of Ludacris, they might be professional wrestling fans. This is good for professional wrestling. It's good for the whole area. Just saying, it's awesome stuff.
It is excellent stuff. So, but once again, that's going to be a big event, June 1st. And we're just getting this out of the way because next weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and we'll be officially taking the weekend off.
Man, I'm going to bed early on Sunday next week.
Yeah. So
next year. No, I said next week.
Yeah.
I almost said next year.
Yeah. Nah.
I knew you'd like that, sir. Yes, Alvin. That's good.
That is so true, man.
That is funny.
Wow.
I like that. That was funny.
Well, I mean, you always work to the left in wrestling, is what they say. I mean, so
dude, I am so glad that I work with Alan IEW, and like I said, learning from Herb has been a blessing and everything. So I see a healthy merging of all wrestling, not merging, but like understanding in a new healthy growth. Man, I feel so I feel like I went to the fountain of youth. And that is my favorite thing. Professional wrestling is my fountain of youth almost. And I feel just reinvigorated. And I want to see wrestling just doing the best that it can do, better than it ever has. So thank you, Herb, once again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like you said, yeah. There you go. That is so true. But no, let's kind of get to a little bit of
the meat and potato.
The meat and potato, what we got here for, right? So let me go ahead and try to get these pulled up, and then we can kind of talk about it. So we're going to start with just kind of the beginning of the weekend here. Let's just kind of go over. I don't really have any shots because, like I said, it was a VIP exclusive. I did not get there in time. Friday was my mandatory first day of training on a new role with my real job, so I couldn't miss it, or else I'd be skipped out of the role and going back to what I was when I'm kind of not too happy doing right now. So I had to make that sacrifice. But Bill Apter's one-man show. I'll tell you what, I've heard a lot of good reviews about it. There was a very short clip in there of just Bill kind of managing the show, but it was at a in one of the other rooms at the Aviator, and from what I heard is that it was a really good, excellent show. Bill likes to do like a little bit of variety, karaoke, comedy, just having doing trivia, but from what I heard, it was some really good reviews, and that's what really kicked off the entire weekend with Bill Apter's one man show. And we actually did get a chance to see Bill, which you will see later on in our photos. But let's kind of see if I can get into what I got here.
Well, the one thing I heard is like when he closed out his show, he did My Way on karaoke, but with different wrestler voices that people kept throwing at him, like Hulk Hogan, stuff like that. It's like, holy crap.
Really? That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Macho Man had to be one of those. I would love to hear Bill Apter do his Macho Man.
I don't know if anybody's voice can do that, really.
Well, I mean, if you got a low, scruffy voice, then yeah, you should be able to do Macho Man. I mean, you should be able to, right?
Macho Man.
Sorry, guys. I mean, I'm trying to wear a hat because I want to feel comfortable. I'll try to. Hopefully, everybody can see my eyes. I just, I don't want to give everybody a glare here today. Besides, I honestly feel gross after this weekend because I've just been constantly running. It's been hot. I've been sweating. Even after today, I've been sweating, and I just haven't had no time whatsoever. But we have to do this. We got to do this. So let's add the source. There we go. Presentation. Oh no, not presentation. Sorry. What am I doing? Sorry, I don't even know what I'm doing, guys. Hold on a second. I forgot what I was doing. Here we go.
Photos. There we go.
Boom. Nigel and Brittany.
Yes. So let's look at the people that came in. So, and a lot of these are from Herb, and of course also maybe from like other SICW fans that we have taken. There's one we took from like SlamWrestling.net, maybe one from Mac Davis, which we'll also get about. And but these two, I'm telling you right now, and Z is 100% spot on with Nigel.
Yeah.
I mean, this
I
guy.
agree.
I heard about him, didn't really get a chance to talk to him until this weekend. And I'm telling you, I can probably listen to this guy talk just about as long as William Regal, I mean, I could go on forever listening to Nigel. For real.
I have to say, he made me feel so comfortable around him. Like, we were hugging by the end. That guy is one of the nicest dudes I've ever met. Mm-hmm. I see a mentor that I want to attach myself to right there. So I cannot wait. I got to get a hold of Brittany soon. Soon I will be. I promise you, because these two very special people right there, in my opinion. Two very, very special people. And I know I gave Brittany heck for Booker T's commentary in NXT, but she's learning from the right person. And I want to be right there learning with them. So I was so happy to have the experience with those two that I got, and I know you guys had a wonderful time with them too. So Herb, thank you.
Yeah.
Have them call us. I mean, anyway.
Yeah, that's
the one thing though. Hey Z, if Ruby ever needs like a Sunday off and we need to figure out a show,
Power Rangers all the way.
Get them two on the show, and it's wrestling and geekdom all night. So
100%. We were nerding out with Nigel
to the point that there was some people, not going to call out names, that were Jason Jones. Anyway, that were saying nerds. It's like, right.
Hey,
100%.
That's all right. LTX Studios, LTX Productions Enterprises presents Geeks and Freaks, starring GQ.
Hey, yes, I'm okay with this actually.
Oh my God, another show under the banner. Oh God, help me now.
As long as I'm not the one producing that one, okay? I produce enough now on here, so
yeah. No, I'm not producing it, so
I'm still learning.
Well, wait a minute. Did you say you produced enough already?
Yeah,
He's
like
talking about
2 or
his show.
3 others each week.
Oh God. them to lift the finger or something, and not to change the freaking remote. Or
Neither of
something.
them know technology that well, so I'm stuck having to do it. So,
Oh
But
my
no,
God.
no, Nigel and Brittany were wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Like, keep an eye on these two. Just throwing that out there. Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, Brittany Hotland, Nigel Rabbit, definitely
Ah.
two great people. I'm telling you, yeah, they're absolute gems in this business right now. So, so let's look at this. Love this here. With Coco Beware and Wildfire Tommy Rich
That's
in
sick.
the building. Yeah, I just love the whole old school WWF logo.
That logo is amazing. I wish they'd bring that back, but in the WWE format.
Well,
Like
they
an
had it
actual,
for a while whenever
did.
John Cena was doing the word life.
right? But I want to.
Yeah.
I don't see. Now you just ruined it. Never mind.
I'm sorry.
well, they do use it for when they do it the old school. WWF.
Yes. Yeah. But
I
that
mean,
doesn't happen that often anymore, which is sad. But like,
Yeah.
That's a
it hasn't
great
happened
logo.
since 2011, I don't
yeah, it's been a minute.
think. Yeah, it's
I
been
thought
a
there was
long
another
minute.
one. I want to say 5-6 years ago. I thought not.
Well, they
2005.
did the 25. What was it? The 25th anniversary? Not
It's probably
25th.
for Raw.
It was one of the
maybe?
anniversary Raws that they used it again. You're right. So you're not wrong.
Right.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, so it's probably more than likely for Raw. But no, good to see Coco and of course Tommy Rich here and which I don't know, he seemed to kind of embarrass me yesterday because we're talking about how hot the Aviator Hotel was. Who asked him what? And he was all calling over to me saying, "Hey, he wants to tag me in. You're big enough. Tag me."
Oh, that's I forgot about that. That was funny. I don't know what caused it, but I forgot about him
Boy, I'll tell you, yeah, I just
calling you out.
I don't know.
Tommy
I was
Rich ripping
speechless.
into you. That was funny as hell. I mean, come on now. I mean,
I had no comeback for that. I just put my my face in my palm and just took it, man. So anyway, so our next one here, one would like that. Yes, look at this.
Yes.
Handsome Jimmy Valiant or the Boogie Woogie Man with her. He saw these guys coming in that night. So Jimmy was there. Did happen to see him walking.
It's one of your markout moments. I saw the glistening child in your eyes when you saw him.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, it's I mean, the only thing I regret here because I was trying to get, and I don't know how I was going to be able to be attentive to my things, but at least I wanted to bring my IC title that Tito had signed some point last year. It just have it there, but I mean, heck, one of my chairs walked off, and I didn't find it till the end of the night. Thank God.
Oh, you did find it.
where was
Awesome.
it? Where was it?
Yeah, where was it?
It was actually in the ballroom back by like one of the back walls.
Okay, so let's be honest. That's because the Ace Academy guys had to go out to there to get chairs, so they must have just came and got one of yours too. So that was the one more chair they needed. You helped out production of the SICW FanFest too. That's what it was, Ruby. Take it as that.
Yeah, I put up a sign that says folding chairs. Please take one. So
That's how packed the house was, though, man. God.
Hey, next year we'll make sure that the folding chairs stay with you upside your head from Attila Khan. How about that?
Let's just paint them green.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Nobody likes that color anyway. I mean, come on now.
yeah. There was a chair shot story that was brought up last night in the locker room that involved me, and that's how I'll go. So, yeah.
Was it somebody that locally wrote a book?
Yes. Yes.
Wait a minute. No, time out. I got to hear the story.
Well,
Hold on.
we can't.
Oh, we can't.
Really.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. After hours.
Oh yeah. If I'm not able to stay the whole show, somebody let me know when you're in the green room, and I'll help tell that one though too. I actually see if I can find that book and read an excerpt from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Let's just
About
say
the chair shot?
yeah. The wonders of knowing what it's like to have a concussion. So there you go.
Been there, done that. Next.
in your career too.
Let's see. Speaking about tough guys.
Ah! The toughest.
Yeah, the toughest of them all. He was squaring up against who was he? He was squaring up against somebody out in the hall.
I can't remember who it was. He really did do that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I saw him square
I saw
up.
Who
that.
was
I
that?
can't think of who had it. I know who you're talking about, though, too. He had like a beard and red and black singlet.
Oh,
No.
no, it wasn't Glenn Williams. We're talking about somebody else who's like another legend. That was
Yeah, it was another legend. They were goofing
Yeah.
off, and,
Yeah, it
and
was just
Haku
goofing
got
off.
down and showing why the bloodline is as strong as they are now in WWE, because he's just as strong, if not strong, as ever been at his age now. So he was ready to go.
No, I saw him square up, and I'm like, I didn't even want to be there.
I was scared. I was
I
scared.
was wanting to run for real.
I was scared.
Oh man, I was like, oh boy.
That's a great photo, though.
Yeah, yeah, that is a great photo. And Haku, yeah, let me just say, he's definitely he's definitely somebody that you want to be your friend. So I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Definitely not an enemy. I'll tell you that. That's for certain. There you go. There. Yeah. That hurt. Yeah. So
Hopefully you and Bill had a good conversation, and he's enjoying his much-needed rest for now. If he's resting, probably not. He's just like you. You guys keep going.
yeah, a lot of us want to keep going here in this business. So.
Yeah, 100%. There's a reason.
So, and then check out this one. I think this was like at the end of the weekend, but I had to grab this one from her. But look at this.
Oh,
Look at this.
Manny. That's a great photo. That's
Right
probably
there.
Friday night after we left.
I think that this could have been last night, or this could have been Friday night too.
That was Friday. It was Friday night.
Yeah, that's right. Because remember, Manny was in the bar room around
Yeah.
place. Yeah, beat Brian Blair, Manny Fernandez, and of course Dennis Condrey.
Yeah.
And
we actually talked to B. Brian Blair for a little bit.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We talked to Brian a little bit, and hopefully, maybe down the road we might be able to get a chance to talk to him a little bit more. But no, just a great photo here with this, and
What is the name, by the way?
Huh?
I'm trying to ask him what the name is.
Well, it's a conversation you can't talk about.
Oh, never mind.
That was good. Never mind. Okay, yeah. So no,
The picture. The picture.
Oh, okay.
I think
No,
Bill
I
called
mean-
it what?
that's why it's called bar talk. You don't. Some things are not just meant to be made in public. They stay in the bar, just like some things that happen in Las Vegas, the Cauliflower Alley Club, where you can go right now.
Patrick, we'll get to the matches here later, so hang out with us and just chill and reminisce, my friend.
Yeah. So, and like I said, and I don't know if they still have, but they had a great special yesterday, and I don't know if they're bleeding it over. But if you were able to join the Cauliflower Alley Club yesterday, they were offering tickets to SICW's house shows.
Yep. For
these-
free the rest of the
Yeah,
year.
Yeah, once a month for the rest of the year. But I think that was only a deal yesterday. Like when these authors came in yesterday, like Jeremy Housewright, he had his book half price. JAS Authentications.
I got a
Heather's-
steal.
JSA.
Yes.
Oh,
I got a steal
GSA?
on that one.
Yeah, sorry. Yep.
Oh yeah, I said JAS, didn't I? I'm an idiot. So JSA Authentications. Yeah, so like a lot of these guys, some of these vendors had some specials yesterday, and that was part of the sweet deal of getting in there. So I'll tell you what, we're actually at a point to let's say I think he's still trying to find their insert
Oh, I
Go to
am.
the next photo.
of that.
Go to the next photo. You get that. I'm still
But-
watching off and on.
Because we're going to get to your gem work here, GQ.
Yes.
I'm
Throughout the
here.
FanFest. So we'll go into our first one here. Look at this photo op right here.
Now, what was funny was I started doing that look, and Abdullah says to me, "Don't smile, don't laugh," and I'm like, "I'm not. I'm trying to sell it." He just gave me the smirk, and we went to take the photo. Then, so it was like,
That's a
Yeah,
great
I'm
photo.
moving some people's comments off of the photos of that, though. Thank you, Earl.
So did anybody tell Abby that your head's not a cantaloupe? So
No.
just definitely not a honeydew either. but no, what a great photo, and with Abby coming in town, uh, for the fans yesterday.
And back to this one too. Where before we continue, Mr. Herb
yeah.
says there were some great vendors. Like I got some great toys for the kids. There was awesome memorabilia. So yeah, awesome things for the vendors and us, the podcast. You know.
Yeah. And this is what really threw me off.
That's a great photo.
We've been pushing the entire before the FanFest that the Godfather was coming to town, and then
Papa Shango.
And even
who called that one? Who called that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
You did. He did say it.
Thing, like you can get a picture with God because he is the Godfather. That's not a gimmick to him technically. I mean, but people want the photo op with Papa Shango. You know,
Yeah.
so
That's a good photo. I'm kind of jelly.
That was good. Now, what I will say here is I think it's on Mac Davis's Facebook page. There was an insert that was done yesterday with the After Hours on location with Teddy Long and Mac Davis, and he was actually on there. Let's just say you need to find that reel. I think it was posted sometime today. Z already seen it.
Yep. Let's share that through False Count Everywhere page too. Let's make sure it gets posted so that people can see it.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do it. Hey, Jeffrey Wilson, thanks for watching here, sir. Glad that you're able to watch us. Once again, guys, for those who came across, watched us yesterday, sorry I didn't get in time with just trying to hand out like a QR code of our link tree or whatever. But make sure you're following us and subscribing if you haven't already to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, at False Count Everywhere. On X at FCE Podcast. And of course, we also have TikTok and Instagram pages at False Count Everywhere as well. In fact,
more to come on those later. Brittany's going to help me.
Yeah.
I'm just excited.
Well, I mean, we could try to do this now. Can we? Where is
what's next?
What is it?
Hold on. I did find it. If it looks like a TikTok on it.
Well, I think this is it, right?
Boom! There it is. That's the link
There
tree.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. I was looking for the other thing you were talking about with Mac Davis.
Oh, yeah. So I think it was Mac Davis's page that had it. Because I don't think After Hours.
Yeah,
Mr. Jason, sir, how you doing?
Yeah, I got it. Hold on.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Jason?
Oh, God. Jason was running around.
Yeah, he was bouncing all over the place.
Oh, my gosh. Jason was constantly going yesterday. Gosh.
Probably one of the MVPs of the weekend, in my opinion. I don't know if that's fair to say, but I'm going to say that.
He's one of the MVPs of SICW. So
100%.
Are we able to kind of maximize this at all? How about we do this?
That's going to be the best you're going to get on it because that's even small. Well, hold on. Maybe. Give me a second.
I don't know if you can. There, see?
Kind
Dad
of.
even knows.
Nope. It won't increase on there. That's probably the biggest the size is going to get on it.
Yeah. Well, can we hear the audio though? That's the thing. The audio is what you need.
Hit the audio, bruh. Yeah, it's a great video.
No, it's playing. The thing is, sometimes you can just only play. It may not have the audio. You have to type.
Okay. Then,
You have
well,
to have
stop
type
sharing
in.
then.
So
Yeah, never mind. You tried. We'll get it posted so you guys can see it. Mac Davis did stop by, so
oh my gosh,
we'll see that later.
Yeah, I think we may see that later. I know. But no, it was great just to see that gimmick. The person. Now there's Brittany with. Thank you very much, Jason. I appreciate it, man. We always try to do what we can.
Thank you, Jason.
We always try and do what we can. But no, like I said, Brittany is a real sweetheart. She is just she's willing to, she just always has this willingness to help and try to build.
And that's why I helped her and Nigel out with some information on, where to get photos printed and trading cards as well, too. So I know how they help out, so I'll help out.
That's right. I mean, I think it's just trying to help and improve and work with each other. That's all we're willing to do. I mean, and that's what you kind of need. You need to have that attitude in this business. So, but no, once again, Brittany doing an excellent job. Yeah, the Tokyo Monster next here. Cahagas. actually showed up here. Yeah, so it was good to see him. He is former NWA champion, right? Am I understanding that right?
Yeah.
I think he is. I think he was former NWA world champion. But if I'm
Herb,
wrong,
correct us if we're wrong.
definitely correct
I'm
me
bringing
if
it up
I'm
now.
wrong because
Hold
I'm the
on.
one.
Yeah,
I'm
I
the
didn't
one
say
that
anything.
did it. I'm the
NWA
one that said it.
National Heavyweight Championship, North American Heavyweight, and one-time World's Heavyweight Champion. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Okay. Yes. And even Herb
Yep.
verified.
Oh,
Good.
oh, and he's on his way back to SICW.
That's crazy.
That's a big news one right there.
Yeah. Let me tell you, he looked phenomenal. He did.
Oh, great shape.
He did look phenomenal. You know, like he was still in his prime. He's probably
Yeah.
still in his prime. So yeah, if he returns to SICW, man, heads are going to roll. That's for certain. So what's our next one here? Oh yeah, Dennis Connery. Yeah. So yeah,
Great guy. I mean,
yeah.
just down to earth and everything as well. I mean,
Oh yeah. So it's it was good to see him, and he's just nothing but nice. And yeah, he's gone through some health battles, but even with that, he's still with his love for wrestling and what we try to do, or what SICW tries to do, with old school wrestling, and then just building that relationship and foundation. So good to see Dennis making his visit to at the FanFest. So very cool to see him. Yeah, I saw him. I think before that there was like another big spectacular cards in Belleville he was at before, but now he's come back and has done this. So very cool of Dennis for that. Here we go. So is it downtown or is it Harvey Wilpelman here?
yes.
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 Now here's an interesting story because I asked him one question how he felt about the guy that's portraying him in Young Rock.
Oh
He
yeah.
picked the guy out.
Oh, wow.
He's actually an associate, like a producer or something on the show.
That's awesome.
So pretty much any of those stories involving him is all true. So we all know how. Okay, here we go.
Are you still trying to find that insert?
I think I found it.
You should have it marked.
I should have it signed.
The word mark is very sensitive in his vocabulary. So
No, I said marked. Like, I said marked. Like,
marked.
yeah,
I
guess
should have
so.
it signed, is what I'm saying. Anyway, we'll go on and afterwards. I'll say that one for a second there. Let's see what the photos we got going first. I got my finger in the book.
Yeah, because it's all about you.
No, man, he's had some really good photos.
No, he had great photos. GQ was busting his tail. I'm teasing him.
Oh, okay, all right.
We would have
That's my
had
guy.
video, video, by the way, but I couldn't find an adapter for a mini SD card to go into USB. So I'm still looking for it.
Oh yeah, so
Mid South. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe pros wrestling Mid South. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, he was brought in by them. So yeah, it was cool though.
But the one thing he said, and I still kind of agree, I know there's going to be a lot of people in the area that probably still won't, because they still complain about some rules that are out there with some of the companies. But he thinks that the ending the territories really kind of screwed the business over a lot.
Agreed.
Yep, I agree.
But we could also see a resurgence of that kind of mentality come back if we all just drop, certain things, egos.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's where we move on because we know that's Fantasyland there. So
It's not fantasy. It's not Fantasyland. I saw a well-oiled machine and people working together to do something bigger for the industry at SICW FanFest 2 that I do think could come back if people would change their mentality. Plain and simple. And it's not wishful thinking.
no,
It's something that we
know.
can literally do.
We
Nigel and I
could
talked
do it.
about that.
Yeah, we could do it, yes.
It can happen.
I think Herb would agree with me that there's too many egos in this business that won't want to work together.
I will fight you
like 500,000 times
I will fight you on this 100%. I will fight, because if we continue that mentality, it will never happen. If you continue holding on to the fact that you think it won't happen, of course it won't happen. You have to think to the future and be a part of the future, and that's what Herb is doing with SICW and the FanFest too. I will debate this 24 with you.
No, I'm not saying I don't want to see it, and I would work hard on it though too. But I know there's way too many egos.
So then drop the mentality. Be part of the change. That's all I'm saying. Drop the mentality. Be part of the change. That's where Zmiz is going. I'm being a part of the change. And I know Ruby can feel right beside me on it because he agrees. I guarantee you Mr. Herb agrees.
Yep, I do agree. So, absolutely.
And I'm not trying to speak for anybody. Just saying.
Yep, that's right. Look at that. Put that up there.
Yeah. No, I know. I know that. I'm just saying.
There was a Nebraska... Right, yeah. What was the promotion for Nebraska? I forgot the promotion for Nebraska.
It was Nebraska Hall of Fame.
It's whatever. It's still something from another state that came in and helped build this. Like, we literally could rebuild that kind of mentality. We really could.
And I agree 100%. But as long as we can respect each other and everything, though, too. But you know that this is why all these groups pop up, though, because everybody thinks that they can rebuild the steamship, or all kinds of stuff with it.
GQ.
They can do better. And
GQ. My debate is not the fact that you are saying that. My debate is that you continue to hold on to that. That's the problem. When we continue to hold on to the past, we can't go forward. You have to understand where the past was, understand where the now is, to see the future. Saying. Yeah. The only way to go forward is to stop looking to the dark. That's it.
I would love it to where you can go to another company's show just to check it out and not have all
and have fun
from it.
No. And you're gonna get roused about it. It's okay to get roused.
No, not roused.
Let's go back to how much fun we had on the FanFest too.
Yeah. Yes. Let's go. Let's go to the next one. Here we go.
Ah!
The one and only Wendy Richter, who is a recipient of a Hall of Fame award last night, going into the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. So Wendy Richter, it's like I said, Wendy Richter made her way pretty quick through here in the 80s, and of course also being she went through with Wrestling With the Chase as well, and before that, and so it was really cool to see Wendy there. I mean, I actually tried saying hi to her, but she was in a long conversation with B. Brian Blair that I was not going to interrupt.
You should have interrupted it, because that would have been two of your two pinnacle people for you to have a conversation with at one time. You should have been like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm a fan of you two, even though I've been in the business 28 years.
Oh yeah, well, like I said, Wendy was like one of the first ones I watched, because I started watching in '84, like I said, the Insurgence of Hulkamania, and then Rock and Wrestling, and that was pretty much it for me with that. So
star-studded she is.
Yes, absolutely, and no, but very well deserving though, and so I could tell she was very sweet and everything else. I did get a chance to say hi to the Glow Girls, though. I don't think I got pictures of them here, but
I got snapshots in my head of your smile, though, saying hi to them.
Right before when the managers had took over the show, and then they showed up, and then one of them had to leave after them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next photo.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I want to see more.
All right, let's see. Where am I here? Oh, never mind.
Go up. Go up on it.
I'm trying to do at least trying to do two things at the same time. Sorry, guys.
You can't. Unfortunately, you had to be there for it, Alan. I got Manny.
There you go. The Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, of course, was on our show a few weeks back.
And when I saw him on Friday night, he was the first one I saw just sitting there with some beers. Okay, a bunch of beers near him, and And first thing he said was, "Thank you for having me on the show." He enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah.
You
Love
can't
it.
multitask.
You ain't kidding, Jason.
Hey, I try to produce. I try to produce on the go, and so hey.
See, Jason, Mr. Ruby has to be the more serious one of us two, while GQ and I get to be the dweebs.
Nerds.
And get to run around.
Yeah, we're called nerds. Let's say
What?
nerd.
Okay, I'm a nerd, GQ's a dweeb, and we do love Ruby. We do love Ruby. But Manny, man, what a great guy. He was so much fun. He actually thanked me too. I didn't get to really stop and talk to him, and I didn't ask him for a photo, but we met in the middle in a hallway and kind of chit-chatted for a little bit, and he's like, "Ah!" and I go, "Ah!" and it was fun. He's a good guy. Fun guy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, he was. Yeah, he was definitely following the show, and I saw him in the bar Friday night too, and he was just laughing up, having a good time,
Raging bulling it out.
There you go.
Reliving the stories that he told us, kind of, so, anyway.
There you go. Let's see.
He's getting there, really.
There we go. Jumping Jim Brunzel.
I was able to now round out the Killer Bees collage photo I can make and the team with Greg Gagne. So there you go.
Nice. It's a great. That's true.
Well, hold on, no. There was a picture that one of you all sent. I think it was what Z sent. The shirt he was wearing during the Hall of Fame. I have a lot more respect and fandom for him. It was the replica of the Marty McFly Western shirt from Back to the Future 2. 3. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I messed it up there, but
that's all right. We're not going to judge you.
But it was I got a lot of respect for that. It's like you go and dress up, in style, and there you go.
There you go. Absolutely. And our next one here. There we go. Good old Sergeant Slaughter. Been a while since he's been in town. I think the last time he was at one of the MAC shows, Missouri Athletic Club. And,
by the way, Herb's not talking about Sarge. He's talking about the last photo.
Okay.
Yeah. Sarge is a good dude. I like that he was in the G.I. Joe gear. So I had him in. I met. He was at the Spookery, right? A few years ago, and we met him as a family and all that kind of stuff. And my wife was like, "Oh, Sergeant Slaughter," and we got a photo with him, and he was in his gear. See, the nerd in me wanted that photo, but I didn't get a chance to. Like, that's an awesome.
I could have spent some extra money that I didn't have readily available if I wanted to get a photo op with him and get that little challenge coin that he had, but I would have either killed myself or I killed Daryl with it, because the only way to get it is to be put into the Cobra clutch, and I'm like, no, because it would have broke either of our shoulders how they are now as it is. So
I would have let it happen.
You're giving me stuff for not helping then.
I also got chopped by Texan too. You didn't get to see that though.
No, you got that.
Nope,
you didn't
still chopped. Still chopped.
No, Bolshevik.
Still,
Bolshevik.
Can't judge it. Let's go back to the photos now.
Moving on.
Yeah, you got a paintbrush, Z. I'm sorry, you got a paintbrush on that. Yeah, you still
remember. Texas was trying to get me in the ring. Oh, what a great photo.
Wildfire Tommy Rich.
He was out there during one of the learning trees we had under. But
yeah,
I wasn't at that tree.
Yeah, you were.
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh, he was. Yeah. I don't know, dude. My bad. There's a lot of trees going around.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that is too funny.
I was in awe, man. Don't judge me. I was GQ once again. Thank you for that.
We'll talk about it in a minute. I know we were going to talk about that one later on, but
yeah. So let's. I think I got another good one here.
He lives up to his wildfire name. I'll say that.
At least half of it.
Yeah.
The fire.
Yikes. Let's see. Oh, crying out loud. I'm freaking my darn. There we go. Okay. Next one. There we go. Tony Garea.
Oh, what a great.
With that one, I could add at least a 3 on all the different main longtime producers of WWE. Because I know he was an agent for the longest time. Him and Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see, what's our next one? Here's what I wanted to ask. What the heck went on?
Yeah, why are you so clear?
I think Jimmy started moving. So
it's like you were in portrait mode, or you like somehow like.
This is the best photo.
I don't know what the heck's going on here.
You look so professionally photographed, and then you ruined it.
I never got a chance to really look at them fully when I took them. I didn't know it went like that. What the heck?
Oh, he's boogieing on out of there. That's what he's doing.
He boogie so fast he got blurry. Well, I stayed still.
I love this photo, actually. I absolutely love this photo.
Yeah, that's
100%. Yes! We got to figure out how to make that. I love it. Oh, it's great.
That's crazy.
The photo could be fixed in Photoshop, but no, the photo's perfect the way it is.
Right.
GQ all shining bright.
Wow. It wasn't really shining, it's glistening from the sweat.
That gag. It's funny.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Oh, that's funny.
Next one here. There we go.
Yes!
Rick Ruby's other partner.
Yeah, I know that's probably why you were talking to Robert Gibson. Like, hey, man, I got.
I didn't have enough for the rib, so I couldn't. I didn't have enough for that one.
You didn't have enough.
Good, because I got him for you, but that's for us, not for them.
Oh no! If you show it, that ends the running gag. If you don't show it, it keeps going until next year.
No, we're not. Respect, man.
What's that? Oh, jeez. All right, so next one. There we go. Bill. The man heading to the one-man show. Bill, I'm sure. Hopefully, Bill did have a good time. It sounds like he did seem to have a really good time.
Oh, he was bouncing around having a joy. Stopped by the booth even.
Which
If
he put those in there, we do have a picture of that. So.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Fun. It was hilarious to listen to him.
What? Wait, Pepper! Stop.
Now we've got one. I think we've got one more here with you, and this is the right.
Okay, hold on. Time out.
Yeah.
Remind me, Herb, what it was. It was something Southern in. What was
the spectacular
independent championship wrestling? That's what it was, because he said it on the podcast, but I couldn't remember what it was. I'm glad we are all paying attention, because.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what it was here, and then, like I said, here's the coup de grace of your selfies here, GQ. Look at this.
Yeah. No, next move. No, I'm just kidding. What a flipping amazing photo.
Oh yeah.
I want to punch you in the face, though.
Okay, now hold on. Now I realize that Ruby was not on the show that I'm going to talk about, but this is a good, full circle here moment for me. I worked a show with Randy before he went down to OVW and WWE. It wasn't for South Broadway though. It was for a group called Central Championship Wrestling, ran by Killer Brown. Mm-hmm. Randy had a match that pissed him off so much that he almost knocked over the lockers in the back that were cemented in the ground. Bob came back and told him, you're going to have matches like that. And I'm going to say the person, because I don't think he's watching our podcast. So OG Stevie B was the person that he wrestled who would make me or Z look like Shawn Michaels in the ring. Oh hell. 98, 99, some.
No, okay. Here's the thing.
It had
Here's
to, like,
the
go
thing.
on or something.
I already went off on you once. I'm going to go off on you again. We were tearing down, and you had to go be the goofball that you are and get a photo with this man, and you don't even know how much of a fan I am of this man. Like, I am such a fan of that man, and I want to meet him so bad. I did get to touch his hand once. I did get, like, but I have a photograph. It doesn't matter. It does. I can wait patiently because I have a photograph, and it was about his dad that night, so I wasn't going to chase him down. And I respect Bob that much. But I have a photograph where Cowboy Bob Orton signed it with him on SmackDown with Randy Orton, and I want Randy to sign it one day, and I want to be there for it because that will be one of my biggest prized possessions, almost as much as my Ted DiBiase $1 million title that got signed last year at FanFest 1. But what?
Look, and
I know you will hook me up, Herb. In due time, my friend. In due time. I appreciate you. I really do. But this is one of the guys that kept me watching professional wrestling when it was kind of going.
he was the first person to talk you into watching news
He's the reason.
with the Randy News Network.
Can I show it? Like I gotta
Yes,
show this
you can.
figure,
Show
please.
it.
Like okay. So I am such a Randy
Bring him
fan,
up for a second.
and Chase has. My son has my Apex Predator action figure that he plays with still. I have the Legend Killer one up here, and I finally got it. My holy grail of Randy Orton figures. I finally found it in a Lucy set, and I'm so happy to have this figure. It looks so good. But look at this. Look at this. Underrated when he was doing the Randy updates with Randy News. Oh my God, I love this figure. Randy Orton is a GOAT in my opinion, and it was so humbling to be in the same air space as him. So, but you're lucky, and I dislike you right now.
Yeah. Going back real quick, though, to answer Herb a little bit more, it was not long after he was with Broadway for a short while. He did one show for Carol Brown, and that was it. And then he went on to OVW at that time. So I want to say 98. If you remember when he was there at Broadway at that time, then we can kind of rough estimate guess that, I think. But yeah.
All right.
He was such a class act too.
Yeah, he was probably
mad respect for him. No, I'm just saying he was a class act.
Probably the worst wrestler ever to come out of St. Louis, and that says a lot. Because I came out of St. Louis, so.
Right. And we'll get to this night here, but I want to tune to a Z right now, and major props to making this move.
Yes.
Right.
I got my book. Oh, hit my
with
mic.
Medusa.
Got my book right here. I can't wait to dig into it. Can't wait. I did get to talk to her about the Monster Jam stuff. You guys were there with me, and I was shaking so much because like this is my original crush in professional wrestling. Not only was she my original crush in professional wrestling, but she is one of my crushes in Monster Jam. Her and Candice Jolly, Monster Mutt. But Medusa was one of the first women to win. She was the first woman to win.
Alert.
What?
Look down in the chat.
Oh no! Yes.
I'll bring it up while you keep talking. No, you got it.
I already got it. Trust me, I can multitask. But no, it was a pleasure to sit down and talk with her. I tried to get her on the podcast, but I didn't get her on the podcast that day because she said, "You go back, talk about it, the book, all that kind of stuff." And I did. We propped the book. It was a great value. I got her autograph, but we had a special guest happened to pop by, and I got his autograph too in the book. I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm going to say I am because I want to be special right now. But I got Greg Oliver, the man that wrote the book with Medusa, to sign it too. So I have both the author and the brain behind it, and I'm like, this is probably it's going to end up right about here somewhere.
Once you get done reading it.
Oh, for sure. Like,
actually get the digital copy so you can read that and leave that one pristine.
No, my wife wants to read the book too. Maybe I'll do that, but it was like such an honor to be with her and just in her presence. Like, she's the reason I love female wrestling. Like, she's the reason I back women like Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Sky Blue, Will Nightingale. There's so many other female professional wrestlers that are amazing now, and we got to talk about Nia Jax. We really dug in there on some of them, and it was fun.
I heard on the opinion on the ones that she thought were fantastic and should be, elevated more.
Yep. It was wonderful.
I love how this was when the podcast was still off the air for 10 extra minutes after the 10-minute break that was going there. And I went looking for you guys, and you're doing that. So you forgot about the podcast for you to have your mark out moment. So hush your ass.
What can I say?
But
without my mark out moment, you guys wouldn't have got. And I know the photo's in there, and you can show it if you want, if it's next, if it's not. But you guys also got your photo with Miss Medusa.
Yeah. So
you're welcome. You're welcome.
I still have to crop that photo to make it better. So
it doesn't matter. But like, she was a wonderful lady.
And we each have single copies.
I want to.
These guys are jerk.
So Herb, let's make this happen next year for FanFest 3. If there is a FanFest 3, and if she is coming back, how about we try to get her right here and talk about the joy of having, like, she was so amazing. I absolutely love her.
I'd love to have Greg Oliver on as well, just because.
100%. I would love. We had him.
He's done all over, especially with Slam Wrestling. I mean,
visiting with him was amazing. Like, I don't really like to read books, and I think I found my favorite author that I'm going to really start digging into, because I do like reading biographies. So
we have a break now for a second. Since we're talking about books, I'm going to read that segment talking about the story that was being told about Ruby in the back. Okay.
Yeah, which, by the way, I'm going to hide it, but yes, I do have.
Yep, we have.
Yeah, I can't wait. Have his card.
So, talking about great reads, and you might want to pick up this book. I have to tell you off the air though who it is. So, Borman really was a natural in the ring. He really looked good. When the point of the match came that we were supposed to go out, that we were going outside to use some chairs, Borman was supposed to be down and selling being hurt. I look up and he's swinging a chair like a madman. He was crushing 3D. He was into it. I just stepped back and let him go. I made way over to Ruby and started working on him. I reached into the crowd and grabbed a folding chair. I was going to hit Ruby in the head with it. We had talked before the match about it. Ruby had a bad habit of putting his arm up or turning his head right before he got hit. I warned him not to do that. I was afraid that I would break his arm or hit him in the side of the head. I set him up for the shot, and he drops his arms to the side and comes forward head first. He reminded me of a dolphin jumping out of the water. It sounded like an explosion. The shot that I delivered would have made Brody smile with delight. Ruby wilted and the crowd gasped. That was probably the hardest I had ever hit anyone with a chair. I guess the adrenaline got me, and pow! We watched the tape after, and it sounded like a shotgun going off. It looked like I killed him. I'm surprised that it didn't. Sorry, Ruby.
And see, this is why you need to support our legends and the wrestlers that write these books, because you get a little taste of what the behind-the-scenes thoughts and feelings and emotions are when you get your favorite professional wrestlers' biographies, autobiographies, whatever, there's a reason behind all this. This is why I have the Wrestling of the Chase by Ed Whitley. This is why I want Herb to finally write a book. I know it's supposedly coming, and I'm freaking excited for it. So, like...
Can you imagine the stories that Herb could tell their road?
Oh, dude, it's going to be so awesome, man. I cannot wait. Like, I was eating up professional wrestling this weekend. I was just, like I said, I felt like I was at the Fountain of Youth. So...
Yeah, and... so
did you see the chat, the private chat? Z?
I did.
Yes,
I did.
Yep. Yes. So
yep.
That's why we can't say, because
that makes me want to buy that book even more now.
Amazon, I believe you can still get it on. So
yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, I'll just contact the man.
Amazon is where you can get it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We got a few more clips here that we're going to show here for a moment to complete our first half of our show. And this is actually going into this is during
Yes!
the podcast yesterday.
This is when he said, "Have one of you go 1-on-1 with the Undertaker."
Yeah, and you raised your hand. See?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you raised your hand.
Right here.
I went to the learning tree. You raised your hand.
The funny thing
We both were
about
there for
this-
that learning trees.
The funny thing about this, though, is that this all simultaneously happened right at the same time, with myself and Z pointing and him raising his hand. It was that was the funniest thing about this, and that was so
This
cool.
is how you got to really time screenshots. Just saying. So
It was great.
Right.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Teddy was the man that day too. He was just bouncing around, doing his thing, doing his little thing, getting down with it. It was so much fun. So much fun. And I got to sponge up.
Definitely wants to sneak out of the rooms, making a run for it. But
Here's our next one.
we can tell you right now though that he is one of the.
Oh no! You got. Look at that! I got damaged by the man.
Yep. You made the same mistake that GQ made last year.
I didn't even say anything to him.
Yeah, you did.
said his name.
No.
He was
Tom
close
said
by.
it.
Tom said it. It wasn't even me that said it.
But at that chance, I went to talk to Stephen E. and I said, "Could you get that to happen?" And that was right when Tom said his name and went over.
It wasn't even me. He's still a nice guy. I don't care what you say. He was just giving me a love kiss.
Okay. Now he's going to really hurt you.
I'm probably gonna get beat up for that one.
Yeah, you got imprints on your head this time. Next time you're going to have a little bit of a hanging skin.
Hey,
next time.
you saw Abdullah's forehead, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He'll bite that out in your head. So
that's crazy.
I mean, I had to get some stitches up here. Don't think I didn't. It's up in my hairline.
super glue, because I don't see no stitches.
Yeah, Sabu
Staples,
super
what?
glue. Sabu super glue.
Oh, that story about that with Sabu was funny. Pondo also has a similar one though too, hitting his head on a ring post bolt.
Oh, dang.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Oh,
I think it was with Frank at the time. I think.
Ooh, I don't know. That. I'm moving to the next one. For
Here you go, Aaron Wallace. This is the best part of the show, the manager summit of the best managers in the area.
I had to pee. I didn't care at this time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was in the restroom.
I was like, man.
Well, Tom was there at first with Lucky P, and I'm like, told Tom, get up, let this guy. We had to throw Tom off the show. He wouldn't shut up. We had to throw him off the show and got.
Tom's a good time. Don't even say that.
Yeah, Tom's got a lot of good. He's got a lot of good stories, but I come back. I come back from my break or whatever. And I see Daryl from Six of the Bigs going like this, like I can't hear my customers. So, it's.
Hold on. We talked about that too, and it's like with Lucky P, Stephen E, and I could just donate some money to them to help it. I think that can afford it. Then I'm just saying.
Maybe you wish.
Yeah, I know. We're kind of hustling Lucky this entire weekend, and well, it looks like the Cardinals took 2 or 3 from them. From the Boston Red Sox were in town, of course. Lucky being from Boston, and of course the Bruins knocked out of the Stanley Cup playoffs, I believe. So yeah, not a happy guy.
Poor guy.
But he did watch the Red Sox win today. The Cardinals did lose, so the Cardinals can't sweep the series, much less barely win a series. So I'm not going to get into that.
The Cardinals can't play for diddly squad. I mean, that's what sucks.
Attendance really sucked today, and it's starting to look like the freaking Oakland A's. If you're in baseball right now, you kind of know what I mean by that. Yeah, they lost 11-3 today, by the way. So he had 2 unlucky P's. There are 2 unlucky P's.
Make it 3. Make it 3.
Oh my gosh! One thing I was wanting to look forward to, and make sure I've seen here today, because the other big, let's see, Battlehawks won today. So
Yeah.
Go
football.
I still will always say whenever I'm in St. Louis and all that, go Hawks. But they say, yeah, go Battlehawks. And no, I'm talking about the Blackhawks.
No, we're bench warmers, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Back to wrestling.
And then this is probably one of my best moments here too, right here. Both of you were gone. And,
he warmed your seat up though for you, Z. I mean, come on.
You know what? I had my mark out moment last year with Gerald Briscoe sitting next to me, and Ruby and I talked about this. Okay, so I've gotten to go back now and watch his stuff as when he first, when he was wrestling more or less, right? But for me, I'm a big fan of comedy wrestling because of Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson as the Stooges. So he's one of the reasons I got into comedy wrestling, or the fact that comedy was a part of wrestling. So not only got to see one of my favorite comedy guys because of that, but now learning about all the stuff that he did prior, over the years. Because I was 18, 19, I think, when I started going back and looking at all the old wrestlers that I liked that were still in the business or still in WWE, that kind of stuff. And Gerald was one of those guys that I'm like, this guy was baller back in the day. Why? But no, I'm glad Ruby had this moment to have a little bit of a mark out moment. You held it. You held it pretty well because I watched this, but that's a great moment for you, Ruby.
And the thing of with comedy wrestling, I'm just going to add this for a second, is there's a time and place for everything. It doesn't have to be 24/7 with it.
No, it's not over the top. It was nothing.
He still made stuff serious as well during all the corporation, and even though he was called one of the Stooges at the time. But he made it to where it was something spectacular and not overdone. That was the thing with him and Patterson with that.
Oh, 100%. No, you wanted to see them get beat up. You wanted to see, because they would do something dirty dastardly, in there. And then you're like, who's going to get who, are they going to get him? No. And then he was great. He's just a great guy. Like Mr. Herb said, the great Mr. Briscoe, 100% fact. What a great dude.
Yeah. So, it was really nice to have at least 2 or 3 minutes just conversation with him, and with everybody just stopping by. And like I said, Matt Davis did stop by, and it was during the segment where GQ was in the kind of showing around. I guess our two-way communications were failing at that time. We were trying to let him know that Mac was on. We just kept going. I loved it. And but no,
I realized that you lowered the camera and made it like a split window, and what I saw was like, I should probably just keep walking around, but shut up now. So
yeah, it's all right. So so it's working on the 25th anniversary of the Tregos.
And there is talk that I should be there hopefully all weekend if things go right with another company that we produce a show for. So just saying.
There you go. So
maybe I gotta do a quick video call in or something like that with him. That way all three of us had that moment with him then.
There you go. Why not? So we'll before we get into our next segment here. Oh, okay. Just want to make sure he was okay.
I choked on.
Yes.
I got a gift from Alan, and it went down the wrong pipe.
I heard it began with this week. It begins with a W and not a V, correct?
Yes, it's some good old whiskey. It's beautiful stuff.
Alan, I'm disappointed in you right now. I'm more of a whiskey guy than a vodka guy, so I'm just saying.
Oh, cool. So I might
That's
have
awesome.
To pay for a photo with Tito then, because I didn't get a chance to get it yesterday at all with Tito. So
yeah. So guess what, guys? We're going to come back to this, but we're actually at our point right now where we're going to digress, and we're gonna have a segment here because we haven't had one. I don't think last week we had it, and we're not going to have it for 2 more weeks. But it's about time we should try to get it on, right? We should try. So here we go. Where is it? Oh, here it is, right here. There we go.
Boy, something bad's going to happen soon if he's getting the music going right on us.
Stop saying that.
Right.
We're looking for goodness.
Yes. So our Wrestling's Gold memes here tonight, and we're gonna throw through some good ones, I think, here, and I've come up with this so on the fly. So hopefully we're gonna have something good here. So let's start with as we were talking here, Z, about how everyone needs to work together, right? Just enjoy wrestling, right? Absolutely.
Just enjoy wrestling.
Right. So
The ups, the downs. Oop.
Yep. Yeah,
Some
yep.
things.
WWE, some WWE fans hate AEW.
I already know where this is going.
Some AEW fans hate WWE, right? But everybody hates Ryback. So
If we could have showed some live memes last night at some point and actually showed that one when we had Nigel on the show, he probably would have agreed with this, because that's one thing we talked about yesterday. Was don't hate somebody, don't rip into somebody because you don't like something. Just respect their opinion. You have your opinion. There you go. But I think he would agree that everybody hates Ryback. So
Not everybody does, actually, because I'm pretty sure somebody at the FanFest was walking around with a Ryback shirt on. So
probably Nick the Slick. And
I saw it. But no, Ryback. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I heard rumor that was actually like a $2 thrift store purchase. So
That's fair. That's fair.
Hey,
definitely nothing from the Six or the Bigs, because he knows not to get anything Ryback wise. So.
Ryback.
Right. Let's see what we got for our next.
Him and Goldberg, the two hated bald guys.
For our next one here. The cons here.
He's giving that stupid
Sit next to Tony. This is at the NFL draft.
Oh, yeah.
His dad goes, I thought I gave you money to get a haircut. He goes, I use it to buy a neck brace instead.
Oh, that's great. Poor Tony.
Oh, yes. The good old owners of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's see. For our next one here, let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. A great interview with the lovely Mercedes Moné, where she says AEW is where the best wrestle, right? But well, that explains why she hasn't had a match yet.
Oh! Was it just me, or is she hard on her look? Because wasn't she like running the counter there at the hotel Friday night?
Stop it.
God.
You all thought it too, though. You all thought it.
No, I'm sorry.
She
She had a better personality than that.
Oh, that's for damn.
She's one that like Ryback. I like. She's a great actress, actually. If she become an actress, I'd be so for it. But I don't like her as a wrestling personality.
Well, I had to throw that out there. There's another one.
It's gold.
With the two old men from the Muppet Show involving CM Punk. I have to go find that one. That's thanks to the meme elite here, by the way. Let's see. Then our next one here. What does MFT even mean? Well, let's kind of go over our choices here. My future tribal chief? Maybe. I don't know. How about my family Toggin? Or how about it? Or maybe it could mean Maxwell Freeman Toggin. So.
Whose kid is this, by the way? Ruby, whose kid is this?
Oh, that was good. I like that. I have not seen this one. That was good.
Oh my gosh! Now is MJF's merchandise still pulled from AEW? Is everything often pulled from AEW? Do you know still?
You know what? I haven't looked in a while.
Oh no, I'm looking now.
Yeah, y'all could. While you look at that, we're gonna go to our next, or I should say, our last meme, which this was actually discovered on or put up on We Talk Wrestling, I believe, by Rick Goodwin. He found this over here.
Yes.
There you go. Guess what? GQ, who's ready for the new NWO?
Oh Lord.
Here we go. Never were over. So
It's the best. It's so dang good.
Jack Perry and the Suck Bucks, everybody.
Oh, we're gonna lose all of our AEW fans.
All
Worth-
5 of them.
Not everybody in AEW loves these guys. I'm sorry. Not all
Okay,
AEW
so
fans. love
as
these
of
guys.
right now, no, nothing is listed on there. Which their website is powered by Pro Wrestling Tees for one, and I'm looking just to make sure on other stuff,
yeah.
not listed on the roster or anything.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he's been removed of everything.
Yeah, that's funny. And then the funny thing is that you're right. When you had your talk with Medusa, you actually mentioned how we do these, and you actually mentioned this.
Yeah, I did. I mentioned to her, and she actually. I don't know if I'll probably get in trouble for this too, but oh well. She actually laughed.
I'm sure if she saw this, she probably would.
Oh, it's funny. Like, okay, all seriousness, okay, this is not me actually crapping on them. We're not trying to. I don't want the Young Bucks to quit. I don't think they're so terrible. I understand they have fans. I respect that they have fans. Just like I'm not a Jeff Hardy guy. I'm okay with people being Jeff Hardy fans. I like it. I like having that camaraderie where we can not agree on somebody, but at the same time, we just love professional wrestling. It's like my kids. My kid is my oldest son, massive John Cena fan, right? Massive John Cena fan. I myself could not stand John Cena. Do not like John Cena. Now, I have a respect for John Cena. There's a difference. I respect what he did for the business, and I'm kind of missing now that he's gone. So I didn't appreciate him enough when he was there, okay? But at the same time, I look back on my kid and I arguing about the fact that CM Punk and John Cena are wrestling, and I kind of miss that. So, like, there's a reasoning we're not all supposed to like every wrestler. That's the beauty about professional wrestling. Like, that's the great part. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. So, yes, I hope the Bucks do good. I hope Jack Perry does good. I hope AEW does good. We're not crapping on them. We're just having fun at the industry that we love so much.
Yeah.
FYI, his shirts are on Pro Wrestling Tees if you do a search there. But ironically, they're all the AEW shirts that he had.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But there is a cool one that we can get. Ruby is an MJF shirt that has a picture of him and Danhausen on it. So.
No, I'm mad that I did not have enough funds to buy that figure, because I would have. We need to get you a Danhausen figure. I don't care. I know you're not a fan of him, but I want to do it just because. Well, it's my rib against you.
Yeah.
Pepper, will you get down? Don't sass me. Get down.
Well, that's the reason why your stuff's getting knocked over. Thanks, Pepper. Keep work. Go back to work, Pepper. Keep at it. There you go. So.
By the way, thank you, Herb.
Pepper was over at the show though too, because somebody did ask about her. Brittany, of course. I mean, because she wanted to kidnap Pepper, so
She did.
yeah, she did.
I do remember that.
Yes. So let's go back. And so that was pretty much, you know. Now, as far as your takeaway through the day, guys, we walked through. I mean, I will say that I'm really cool that I did get a chance to talk. He stopped by. Mac Davis stopped by, but I did get a chance to talk to him a little bit. And I mean, he's just an awesome guy. Mac is, and just with a great attitude. And we got a chance to talk for about a few minutes at his table about his show, Road Trip After Hours with him and Teddy Long, which, by the way, is a really good show. If you guys are not checking it out on YouTube, you really need to go check it out, because there's some really good inserts. And, Herb's been on there talking about the FanFest, and a really good interview there. And of course, just many other major stars. JBL's been on there. Even Macy Estrella, formerly Lacey Evans, has been on there. So, yeah, like I said, he's telling me, it's like, man, it just started out just shooting the breeze with him and Teddy Long, and the next thing you know, Sports Kita picked him up, And then next thing you know, they're getting like all these followers on YouTube, and they're like, "Oh, well, I guess we're in it." And and the Mac's like, "Well, I got a full-time job too, and I'm doing all this." Um, so no, I mean, it's really awesome. He's got this opportunity, and just he's really got a good mind about the business, and he's just spectacular voice. Reason why he's doing all that. So I mean, just really awesome voice. So what did I miss something?
No, both of us, like when we turn off our cam so far, we're having technical difficulties. I don't care. I love it. I love that it just says don't change my avatar.
Yeah. Yeah, we all got technical difficulties in one way, shape, or form. So it's all right. But no, and then of course I got. Here's one thing I wanted to say. Also, when I went down further, was Dan DB7 or Dan 7 was there, right? So a couple of fans he's talked to, and he's sitting down and everything else. And then I approach this table because he's seen me from the past. He's been on our show, and he stands up, and I'm like, man, I was like, dang, you don't need to stand up for me, man. He goes, but I appreciate it, It's like, but no,
he's
we got
a
a
good
chance
dude.
to talk. We got a chance to talk more, just reconnect, since he's been on. He is a past guest on the show, and it was really cool to talk with Dan. Just really good guy,
And he worked shows with him too.
That was for FanFest 1 that he was on the show. Yeah. Actually, that was promoting FanFest 1, and yes, it was. Dan Severn on here.
He was actually promoting his appearance for like the
SICW.
For an ACW.
Oh, that's right. It was ACW. My bad. He was going to be at FanFest 1 too.
It was Patera and.
My bad. They all blend together sometimes. Leave me alone.
I'm just trying to.
All right. That's right. I try to be the human encyclopedia for everything, and sometimes I fail, but I know I'm for sure on that. But no, it was good to see Dan going through the Nebraska Hall of Fame. Tugboat, one man gang. Got a chance to just kind of look over there and. Just going through checking out all the stars and everything else, and man, I'll tell you. Any other final thoughts on at least on the day portion for you guys?
I was surprised at how over something else that we had there at our booth was.
Yeah, actually, you know what? He's not wrong. I was pretty impressed that people were actually enjoying GQ's Goofy Lego set, which is amazing. Actually, it's actually really cool.
Okay, all right. Let's get a good shot of this. Hold on. Let's bring this up right now.
Yeah, I'm looking on. There we go.
There we go. So that was what
Tyler Cooley, one of the fans, as you can see. You got at least a past guest, a future guest, and the guest from last night there. Because remember, Animal was at one of the shows before. Sergeant Slaughter was there last. Kane to be in one of them more than likely. You also got Daryl from Six from the Bigs getting autographs there. I don't know why he was doing that, but
it's a great. It is really cool. GQ. I'm.
We had somebody was wanting to take it and everything, but luckily we talked to Kato to say don't have her take it. It was Kato's lady that was there with him.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was no. I mean, a lot of people stopped by and said how cool it was.
Mm-hmm.
As far as that, and
not even realizing there were custom ones there though too of us three for one.
Yeah, it was really cool. I've you know what? Nice little round of applause for GQ. We give you and we bless you. We'll give you a little bit.
There you go. Thank you.
I mean, it goes into the fact that one of my highlights. Yes, I got to meet Medusa. Yes, that happened. But I got to be in a circle that I did not realize I was going to be able to sponge up and enjoy the camaraderie and talking about something and that they love, I love, we love together, and it was a blast. It was fun listening to them tell stories, road stories, and just I know we said it before, But just listening to Teddy Long talk about Ric Flair again was hilarious. So, like, dude,
he pretty much pulled out his sponsor deals on some stuff. I mean, that's
Herb keeps saying that Manny is one of the most humble people in the industry, and I hope that I can follow in those bootstraps, because I was super humbled for just being in that room, in that building, for the fact that Ruby does not get the credit that he deserves a lot of time for the hard work and dedication that he does to this podcast. And he gives GQ and he gives me a lot of praise all the time. And I do my best, and I know I'm doing my best when I'm with you guys. But the fact that you bust your ass all the time for GQ and for fans around the world to listen and have fun and talk to wrestlers, local, bigger, like, bro, thank you for opening this door for me. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being a friend that plays video games with me. Thank you for just the road trips and the stories that I got to sit through and listen to. Once again, GQ, I appreciate you 100% for that little learning tree experience.
Learning trees.
Whatever, little trees, little green trees, we all know. But it was so we did do a karaoke, didn't we?
Yeah, we did do a live karaoke on the stream, yes.
But no, like I did. I reached out to Big Texan and Herb this morning because I didn't have a chance to thank both of those men for sitting down with me. I had a nice cold beer with Herb Friday night and chit-chatted and visited and told him exactly why I'm there, why I want to learn, why I want to be in this business, and sponged up from him and listened to him. Then I took it right back to my boys. I told them exactly what it was. They goosed me and made fun of me. That's fine. Let them, because I'm going to help do something special. And I know with you guys, I get to do that. And with mentors like Herb, dude, you guys like touched my inner child so much. It's not funny. It was amazing. I loved it.
If you leave me, I'll feed you. If you leave me alone.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, you're definitely helping me out. Us, the podcast out with all that you bring to the table. So I've got nothing but good things to say what you've done. So I mean, we appreciate all that you do. So
I know.
But while we're doing that here, I'm going to touch up on a couple quick things here. Then we're going to be bringing in what the evening portion was with what we're bringing to you or going to bring to you. But I just want to make sure I've got everything all in line. Then I'll go and get this pulled up.
Well, you should mention it then. I mean,
we already did. Happy Little Trees. Remember?
Oh.
Move on.
Are you? Man, what are you inhaling over there, man? I gotta.
Well, one thing we did find out about business in general, that nobody likes John Laurinaitis. We found that was explained very, very evidently and
in detail. That the things that Punk said on air are quite true.
Well, yeah, and someone's coming out here along with the kind of like under the McMahon regime.
Now, can we back up for a minute? I know Mr. McMahon is in a whole lot of controversy right now and a whole lot of things.
Right.
One thing that I thought was really cool is I heard from multiple legends that night or that afternoon. Multiple legends, okay? No names.
Right.
About how he helped and protected each and every one of them. So that was cool to hear. That, we always see the negative out there. We always see the bad. We always get told that stuff. But I heard literally from like 4 different legends in that night that Vince McMahon is not all as bad as portrayed in the thing, and that, yes, he might done some dumb shit, but don't we all? Basically.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. I thought that was cool to hear. So mad props to all those people.
And the one thing I also see how I could word this a little bit, how some people just wanted to come out into the light because the bankroll ran out. That's why why they made all the hoopla about some stuff.
So before you get into the
but they still said fuck John Laurinaitis. I'm gonna say it right now. They still said that after all that. It's like, there you go. Go ahead, Ruby. Go ahead. Sorry.
Good Lord, couldn't get by with the F bomb. All right. Anyway,
Not like a bill of fountain.
just shut up. Z down at the bottom of that. So my question here is: it going to be done directly through Bill Apter's page? Is he doing it through Sportskeeda, or there's forget the other outlet he's got, but no, I like to see this report. He's got an interview with Randy Orton. That's got to be great.
Oh
So, yeah, that's got to be great. So look for that on Wednesday for Bill Apter. So that's awesome. Let's look at. So let's kind of get into the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame ceremony, which by the way, a surprise award going out to the MC of the day. So this is Jimmy Hart getting a Lifetime Achievement Award from the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
So, Jimmy was working really. He was hard at work on Saturday.
He was hard at work Friday night, just getting everything set up for Saturday, making sure.
I was gonna say, when is he not?
Yeah.
And
So
the guy doesn't look his age. I'll just say that. And he moves around. I don't know. I don't think I've never seen a guy move around for his age as much as the last person I've known to do that is probably Jack LaLanne, but that's probably about it. And this guy, Jimmy, moves around. He still works hard. At what he does here, and even just helping out at shows where he's not expected to, or whatever but he wants to do it. And this is way more. Couldn't think of a better guy to get a Lifetime Achievement Award than Jimmy Hart, and for all he's done. So, congratulations to Jimmy. Just so Jimmy's still called tonight. So he called him tonight. So Herb's been getting a lot of calls here. So that's awesome that a lot of these people are calling back and just saying and just thanking for what's this weekend has brought to them. And I'm glad that this sticks with Jimmy. So
I hope somebody made sure he had White Castles before you left too. So
or at least bro. Z was like, man, I'm going right to White Castle Friday night. Was it Friday night?
Yeah. I spent 45 minutes in the White Castle line. I made a Snapchat video that said, here's the thing about White Castle. If you go to White Castle and you get past those cement barricades, if you're not in it, you're not in it, because you know it's going to be a long wait. But god dang, were those double cheese sliders so worth it? Oh my god.
Yeah,
it was 0.7 miles from the Aviator Hotel, just so you know.
Yeah, that was like less than a mile. Tony had a bit of fool if he missed out on White Castle this weekend. I'll tell you that. So I know.
Anytime I'm in St. Louis, I gotta get White Castle.
No, he's off them for now.
Somebody wishes you didn't have them.
I may or may not have, before coming to the FanFest, left Alan with a surprise.
Wait, I got a question. Was it left for Alan or was it left for Tina?
No, it was definitely Alan.
Definitely Alan. Oh my gosh. But as far as moving on with the recipients here, this is Chris Abel, I believe. Of course, the son of the late George Abel, who's also inducted into the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. of course, longtime announcer for wrestling at the Chase. So accepting on his behalf was his son Chris, and just accepting it on his speech there. Um, good lord. Uh, sorry, I'm just looking in the chat. And then on the next one here, this is Bob Koplar, except the grandson of Harold Koplar, of course, longtime owner of KPLR. And that's Harold Koplar and Sam Munchik struck the deal with wrestling at the Chase back in 1959. Way overdue as far as the award being presented to Harold, but good to know he's going into the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. More than well deserved there for Harold. And let's see, our next? Oh yes, our next one here. Here we go. Going back to Wendy here, getting her induction into the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. And of course, presented with a jersey, I guess, with her last name and year on the back, and St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. That's actually a pretty cool baseball-looking jersey.
Oh, it was 100% cool. Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, all Hall of Famers got one this year.
Yes, I do believe so. And yeah, but definitely congratulations to Wendy on her accomplishments. And then of course the coup de grace here. Look at that photo. Of Bob here.
It's a great photo.
With all of his children. Beth to the far left, of course, Nathan right next to her, to her left, in the green shirt. And then, of course, at the very end.
Who that?
Yeah, at the very end on the right. If you don't know who that is, get out of the cave. It's Randy Orton. So, yes, Randy Orton live and in person here last night, St. Louis, to help inducted Bob into the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. And then here's another good one that off of Matt Davis's page.
Oh, what a great! Oh my God, that photo's amazing.
What an amazing photo this is here with Bob.
Because in Randy's words, St. Louis is a wrestling city.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He actually said, and I like this too. Besides Madison Square Garden, I can't remember what Wrestling the Chase. Chase Park Plaza would be probably one of the most notable. I'm saying that word wrong. Notable.
Yeah, notable. There you go.
Arenas for professional wrestling. It happened right there in St. Louis, Missouri. So,
well, he even called St. Louis the heart of the NWA, basically.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Absolutely.
His speech was class act. It was 100% a class act.
Yes, and when I was talking with Gerald Briscoe, we were talking about how St. Louis. When I said that St. Louis was the wrestling capital of the nation, he even went on to say that St. Louis was the wrestling capital of the world. At one point, when Sam was running the NWA,
when Sam was in charge, 100%.
Yeah, when Sam was in charge, if you want to get notarized in the professional wrestling business, you had to make your way through St. Louis.
100%, and you're seeing it still. So,
I mean, that's another reason why here as a St. Louisan, I will say I am St. Louisan, but keeping this memories alive. And keep going with the traditional wrestling, I believe, still keeps us in the pinpoint as a wrestling, basically as keeping part on the wrestling map. We need to have that star on that wrestling map. One of those pin locations, you would say these days. Pin locations in the world of wrestling, St. Louis needs to stay on. Of course, there's many that have made their mark, of course, New York, of course, thanks to events and all the years Madison Square Garden. So,
Vince Senior, if you want to be technical on that one.
Yeah,
first.
Vince Senior.
I mean, in all honesty, both of them. In all honesty, but yes, the groundwork was laid by Vince Senior. You're 100% fact.
Yes, because he was running shows in Madison Square Garden, in the 70s and all that, and even before that with Bruno too. when Bruno had the title for a long time in the 60s, he was still doing it at Madison Square Garden. So,
Well, we've joked about with Herb, and Herb's been called it many times, being the godfather of wrestling right now in the area and everything. But if you want to be technical, Sam was the godfather, and he still had all the other people that worked with him. You had the McMahons, you had the Von Erichs, you had who was the one running Memphis at the time before Lawler? That was Jarrett, wasn't it?
Well, you'd have either the Lawlers or the Jarretts.
Yeah, you had Maivia over there in Hawaii. You had like all the different and the Ganya. I mean, you had all the different areas and everything that usually kind of reported to Sam a lot. If it wasn't for that, I mean, Sam was the only one that never sold out to Vince.
Yeah.
Neither did Larry, and nothing that Larry had ever went to Vince either. So.
Well, yeah.
We know where it went. I mean, he's in the chat over here. I mean, Gulas in Memphis and Jarrett's. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
There was also KC too, wasn't it? What KC was a territory of its own, also, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. Kansas City was in there with Bob Geigel.
Okay.
Back, over in Kansas City. So, but but very good point here. Like I said, we've opened that can of worms. How we thought that when we talked with Herb last week, how others that are in the area would have been nice for a lot of promotions at this event to be represented while Randy was here. So, but we digress. Mid-States Wrestling was there yesterday.
Mid-State, yep.
Yeah, Mid-States Wrestling was there. So they weren't even they're in Southwest Missouri. They made their way up. So,
I mean, and I give people credit for not just canceling where the shows were and trying to, be at that thing though too. Yeah. You got to still be professional and still keep your bookings with the buildings and everything, so you don't burn out that building and everything. Definitely, I mean,
100%.
Right.
But things can be arranged. That's what Herb and I talked about Friday night. Is things can be arranged, and there could be the best of both worlds if we choose to have it.
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Mid South too. Yeah, so with the Golden Boy Greg Anthony there last night. So let's kind of go over real quick here because we're kind of getting well on time because there was some history made last night. But let's see. Let's see. There were some notable matches here. Glenn Williams taking on. Oh my goodness! Why am I drawing the blank? Maybe Bobby D. No, I forgot who he battled. And then of course Attila was in singles action, getting a win yesterday. Like I said, one of the main highlights was the AIWF being represented there yesterday as the Golden Boy Greg Anthony, defending World Heavyweight Champion, faced National Heavyweight Champion and one Superstar Steve Fender, and the Golden Boy actually came away with victory yesterday. So no title change there. There's no 4-belt Steve. He's still he's still Central States champion. He's still got the AIWF national title, and I think he's still WLW champion if I recall, or maybe that there's a recent title change that I don't know about. But, of course, I was involved in the 6-man tag yesterday that I was on the losing end, but I did not get pinned or submitted. So, it was myself, Peyton Ayers, and Richard Shaw that suffered hands to the feet of the Bobby D, Volatile Curtis Wilde, and, of course, the 2024 Sam Muchnick Award winner, the Night Train Gary Jackson. Ooh. We didn't talk about that, but yes, Gary Jackson receiving the Sam Muchnick Award. Boy, he was standing in a peach suit yesterday.
Dude, he walked in all styling and profiling.
Yeah, so Gary was all styling yesterday, all business, and looking sharp, man. And you get an award like a Sam Muchnick Award, you got to be looking sharp. So Gary did not disappoint. So, but yeah, that's right. Remember,
and also,
Yeah, he's going to be receiving the Wrestler of the Year at the CAC this year. That will happen later. I think like around third weekend in August, I believe, or third week in August, something like that. But that's down in Las Vegas.
Herb, could you real quick give us some notable names of that class? I mean, of that group that he's going to be joining of the Wrestler of the Year.
I can also tell you that. You talk about that one alone.
The CAW, yeah, the CAC.
Yeah, CAC Wrestler of the Year.
Hold on, I'll bring that up right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't even.
Yeah.
There used to be a list.
Well, actually, so it's the first
it's the first one. Oh, even cooler. Never mind.
That's cool. He's going to be the first one.
That deserves an own applause. Like, yes.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. So a new award being awarded.
Yeah, it's the Independent Wrestling Award.
Independent Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I actually love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Never mind.
So we also we're going to talk about two other quick things here on last night's card. One was regarding the SICW Tag Team Championships with the LA Hustlers challenging again to face the Top Guns. There was a technicality that Joe Vanetti could not be part of the team, so James Jeffries stepped in to tag with Brandon Beretta. Substitution was taken in, and they still had the title match 2 out of 3 falls for that. But here's the that.
Yes.
So the LA Hustlers are now the 3-time, and I think the only 3-time SICW Tag Team Champions.
Now, do note that I said it on air yesterday that those two men were walking out the SICW heavyweight Tag Team Heavyweight Champions.
Yeah, well,
it was happening.
Yeah, so I mean, but Lucky P. Larson was allowed at ringside, so you never know what happened. I was actually in the coolest part of the building in the one of the dressing rooms. So I will say that I was in the same locker room with the LA Hustlers. They came back all hot, and next thing you knew, they were dripping in these titles. So Rough Shot Lamont Potts and the notorious Bradley Diggs once again SICW Tag Team Champions. And so now we all been waiting for it. Y'all been wanting to know who came away.
Well, we know it's not you. I'll say it for GQ.
Will you stop? Unbelievable.
Well, you would have it sitting right behind you, and you would have just kept not saying anything till you wanted to show.
You would smiling.
I have this beautiful display of a poster.
That poster is beautiful.
Somewhere, you know?
That poster is beautiful.
But the cup would have been better than that display. I'm just
so who won it? Who?
So I can tell you it's not me, and I can tell you that there is a new owner of the Bruiser Brody Memorial Cup. And the winner of that battle royal is drum. Should we do a drum roll? Yeah, why not? Let's
do a drum roll.
Let's do a drum roll. Oh yeah, here we go. There you go. Attila Khan comes away.
Well, he did eat healthier that day.
I mean,
yeah, so maybe you gave him some inspiration there, Z.
I'm good. I'm glad that I could use my youthfulness to give him a cup.
So now, if we can get him to take a bite out of Ruby's head next year and everything, then he probably will lose because the anyway.
Well, no, Ruby wins. That's what.
Attila would lose.
You basically just called me a bad apple, by the way.
No,
so
you weren't the one eating goldfish.
It was with cheese.
Shut up. Whatever.
Oh my gosh, man! Holy.
That's
God.
awesome. I mean, Attila. That man is just a monster of a man. That's all I can say. And well deserved. Well deserved. I'm sorry, Ruby, that you didn't win it. I'll root for you next year, like I did this. Well, I didn't do it this year because I wasn't there, but I had my bets on you.
Are you going to bet 50 cents next year? Is that way? So you're not losing as much?
Maybe I'll raise the bet next year. Maybe I'll throw a whole $10 on it.
Wait a minute. No, throw in $2.50. $2.50.
It's $3.50.
$3.50. $3.50.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
well deserved. Attila's a monster. He's been around the block. I mean, that man is
I mean,
wealth of knowledge, wealth of experience, wealth of just everything. So it's well deserved. It's very well deserved.
yeah, former SICW Classic champion. Just think, last year he lost the title to the Big Texan, but
Hmm.
this year he picks up another big win, another big victory, another big notch of accolades, another big notch of his accolades in his professional wrestling career.
So real quick, too, after we talk about this, finish. Keep going. I'm sorry, but who
No, it's
took
okay.
who was the sorry sucker that they got to fight Big Texan?
Oh yes, thank you. So actually, it's a former guest of ours,
Really?
the one
Steve
and
Fender.
only Aiden Perrin, the modern day outlaw. Aiden Perrin
Oh,
got his shot,
got his chance. Got his
got
chops
his
wet.
chance.
Well, he got chopped definitely.
And did he win?
No, he actually he got his he's got his foundation rocked with the big lariat is what happened. So
Damn.
yeah, Big
Well,
Texan.
better him than me. So
Yep. Modern day outlaw got to find out what it's like to play with the big boy with the big lariat. So so but no, Aiden Perrin actually got the opportunity to out of the blue. And I mean, he tried. He did. He really did try. He gave it his all. But Big Texan,
I mean, when you come
once
from the
again,
school of Tom Pritchard, you're gonna give it your all.
right? Well, like I said, I mean, he's coming from a good learning tree. Aiden Perrin is, and who's also expressed, and we talked a little bit too. And yeah, maybe we might have him back on the show in the future.
Oh, I would love to see him again.
Yeah. So I told him, I say, you know how to reach out to me, you know how to reach out to the podcast. Just oh yeah, yeah, so apparently with this, this wasn't taken to this wasn't just handed to a telecon. It had some run-ins here, and apparently Ron Powers and Danny Boy Hawkins had to kind of protect Barbara Goodish after this whole transaction of the trophy per se. So,
Man, what a despicable man sometimes.
yes,
What oh, okay.
probably the handing of the trophy probably wasn't accepted in respect or some of that or something like that.
Well,
And that's why.
Like Herb says, boo.
Oh. Yeah. So now so Dirty Tricks here. So now Stephen E is now proclaiming that the Bruiser Brother Memorial Cup may be coming home to the Saudis. So, or there's who knows? Let's just hope that the Cups does stay around out of respect, not disposed in any way, shape, or fashion. So,
But
gotta
coming
keep
to
tradition
7-Eleven near
alive.
you would be, Slurpee sized trophy cups.
Yeah, so like I said, Lilith Khan was there. Stephen E, Lilith Khan, of course, the recently revealed daughter earlier this month of Attila
Yes,
Khan.
of Attila Khan.
Man, I'll tell you what,
I don't even know what the heck they fed her there with how tall she is.
gonna say the girl's taller than me. I was like, yeah,
Well, you
look
are
up
a
to
midget.
freaking as somebody that's like really young and like it's like, good Lord, are you trying out for the WNBA or what the hell's going on here? I had no idea what the heck's going on. But no, Lilith Khan, 6'4". Good Lord, yeah, taller than me. That's for certain. But no, so Telecon now. Yeah. So Randy Orton impressed by I guess by her stature and 6'4". My goodness, that's incredible.
I'm 6'1", and she was over me. So
Yeah.
I was intimidated.
Like I said, I'm 6 foot, you're 6'1", she's 6'4". So I say she's becoming a big hit since her debut. She's only been around. Her debut was literally like not even 3 weeks ago, and she's making headlines in SICW already. So that's crazy, man. And I don't know if it's just the association or her styles or what she can bring to the table.
It's a little bit of everything, I think.
I mean, it's I would say, all eyes on a lot of eyes are on Lilith Khan right now. So that I will say that's an SICW. So
She was
a part
bred
of me
for the
does
business.
a part of me out of respect wants to say congratulations to Attila Khan, but keep the cup in the States. Don't sell it to the Saudis. Okay, out of everything else. I can be mean, I can be rash and everything else, but bottom line, I'm still an American no matter what. So, and with
What, you're not
Stevie in
Canadian?
my corner yesterday, with Peyton Ayers, because Peyton Ayers was part of Devastation Incorporated. I don't know. It felt kind of off. You know what I mean? Because I just want to be mean. I don't want to play too much into going somewhere else outside the U.S. or anything more of a political nature. It's like I just want to be a badass and just beat you up, man. And how I do it is none of your business. You know what I'm saying? So,
Fair. It's very fair.
I still like drinking beer and watching game shows when I can. So, and there you go.
Wheel of Fortune, here you come.
That's right. I like
All in all, it was
like
I said
for free, please. So,
all in all, it was a great weekend, great fun, and like I said, I had a blast over at SICW. And once again, Herb, thank you for inviting us and inviting me into your home and of your company and enjoying a good time. I loved seeing my guys at IEW and watching them kill it in front of a packed crowd. PT Beckham once again winning and holding on to his title. Let's see, Buena's Monster got beat up, so Savage is going to be out for a while, it seems.
Oh boy!
Executive order is still holding.
They get to hurt him.
Executive order is still holding on to the NGW and IEW tag team titles. And a little Jason Halbert, my good friend, Mr. Halbert, showed his face in IEW once again. And I'm so pumped to have him back in IEW. It's a blast, and I'm so excited to see what happens. Jody Ultra is looking fabulous once again in his stuff and waiting to come back into the fold. So great stuff going on there. Great stuff in SICW. I see good future for professional wrestling in the St. Louis area. I really do.
So speaking of which, there were other shows that were on last night as well. So two notable things that's happened in other places. In New Breed last night, there was a crowning of a new heavyweight champion. So Nothing Need or Derek Teeter get defeated by Big Joe Helms. So Big Joe Helms is the new MBW heavyweight champion. And American Championship Wrestling was in St. James yesterday, and we saw the return of Xavier Frost.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So apparently he was... And that's the thing. So that's the thing I don't get, because I was under kind of their group, and he just like got fired and what have not. Then he returns and not saying anything. So kind of a little peeved about that, and didn't. So I don't know, but I wasn't there yesterday. Obviously, my commitment was here with the podcast, with this. I'm sorry.
What's all going to go on with your all's group then? I mean,
I have no clue. At this point, I can't really I can't really invest anything into it at all, because it's like it almost seems like I got to start watching out for me. Whatever
seems like it, Ruby.
So it's like it's like I don't know. It's just kind of confusing. It's just more drama than I care to even question about. It's like, hey, I'm fired. No, I'm not. Oops.
Well, at least he knows when to say he's not when on something, so.
Right. But anyway,
I mean, I'm
but
glad
no,
they had a really great show down at St. James. I'm really glad of that. I mean, I'm just glad so
yes.
much stuff was going on that everybody had success as far as I've heard, you know. And I hope that continues to happen with, like we were saying, with the St. Louis.
But
Oh,
that
here we go.
forgot to pay his internet bill again. All that money.
I don't know. Either that or must have that rolling blackout in Hollywood again. Who knows?
Oh, too bad.
In Hollywood, Arkansas, they turned the water on the electric. So, you know, it's
100%. But no, it was a great weekend. I had a wonderful time, and once again, Ruby, thank you for letting me go on this wild, crazy road trips with you. This wild, crazy adventure called life. I'm super stoked to see where it goes from here, and I am pumped for FanFest 3. And I heard Jason say it, so Jason said it. Herb, you can beat him up, not me.
yeah. Well, yeah, you know, who knows how who's going to be running? You know, if that's going to run. If it does run, great. But I was actually looking back. I kind of, you know, there are ways to kill that odor. Okay, bro. I'm just saying, just do
Burn
that.
some little trees.
Yeah, burn something. Burn some incense. Burn some. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bro. But no, man. I was on a train of thought. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Because I was looking back at our previous post, and we committed to this FanFest 2 just over 6 months before it was supposed to happen. Because that's how, in early November, we said, as soon as it was announced, be like, yes, announce us, we're in. First vendors, SICW FanFest 2.
Can I say this then? I'll say this. Herb, you're still on here, sir. Just know, the date. It doesn't even have to be the date. I'm saying it right now. Even if there's a FanFest 3, even if there's a Falls Count Everywhere will be there. 100%. Through and through. Mark the date. We're already on board. Let's do it again. Let's run it back. Let's bring it bigger and better. And let's see if we can get some of the family around the area to want to join in on the fun and festivities and bring in some notable names. Enjoy the learning trees that is professional wrestling. And let's keep St. Louis wrestling alive.
Absolutely. So, and we like to think once again that we were getting a little bit more of our ex-subscribers, our YouTube subscribers that are watching in on here. Once again, for those who have missed any part of the show, go back and watch them on the replay post on YouTube. And then also, I think it does post on X, and I think Twitch for a week.
Twitch for a week, yes.
Yeah, but always on here, Falls Count Everywhere. In fact, let's just go and put that.
It'll be hanging on We Talk Wrestling, so if you're not a fan of We Talk Wrestling yet, get on there, and you can go back and watch it through that stuff. You can keep up with me on those things. Ruby likes to get in and get in on some of the conversations on We Talk Wrestling, so you can get us through the week, and then on the weekends you can get us live and see all of our antics, see all of our dumbness, and enjoy something that we all love. This is the great thing about professional wrestling. Because I've gone from a fan standing in line making friends to go in to see a WWE, Glory Pro, SICW, RCW, name the promotion. I've tried to be there to see them. And now here I am sitting here doing exactly what I wanted to do with professional wrestling and just talk about it, enjoy it, learn from great legends of local professional wrestling like Rick Ruby, getting to learn from men like Herb Simmons, getting to work alongside Alan Williams and IEW. Like, you guys, I thank you so much for being a part of this business and allowing me in the door.
Man, I'll tell you what, I mean, it's Z's got one of the most energetic attitudes for this business. So, you know, and I want that energy, and we want to keep it going alive, and I think we can do some great stuff. And in fact, like I said, we're going to be working on trying to conquer that social media, conquer over that social media monster, and just get rolling into our digital platforms and making sure that we catch like wildfire across the nation. That's my goal. That's my goal. You know.
It's coming, brother. I feel it. You know, like I think it was 2 years ago, I made the statement that one of my goals for us was to get this man on the podcast.
Yeah.
I feel it's warming up, dude. I feel it's coming. We're gonna have great legends of yesterday, and we're gonna have great stars of tomorrow, and we're gonna have great stars of today on this podcast, and we're all gonna do it together, and we're gonna have the help of you, great fans that enjoy listening to us and enjoy going to the shows that pave the path for us to be able to have those stars here in the studio and enjoying just professional wrestling. Yes.
Absolutely. So once again, if you're watching this, if you've not done so already, go ahead and get that QR code. That's everywhere that we go. That's our link tree to all of our platforms. Yeah. So so make sure you're getting all of that information here, and I've been really, really bad on trying to keep up with Instagram and TikTok, so I will try to do what I can.
That's why we are going to listen to Herb, and trust me, Miss Brittany and I have already spoken. I had planned on getting with her this week. I told her I was going to give her some time to lay out and relax, hopefully, and enjoy and get back to her dealings and stuff, and then I'm going to shoot her the message, and I've already sent Nigel a friend request too, because those two, I went for you, right? To do this, because Falls Count Everywhere means a lot to me, even though it's your baby. It means a lot to me. So I went to support that and be a part of that and enjoy and soak up whatever I could. And yes, Medusa was the cream of the crop for me. That was my main goal of getting there, that I was going to get a photo, enjoy some time with her, visit, all that kind of stuff. And then GQ hooked me up with that great gift that I got to do with some great people. But the cream of the crop for me was spending all that time with Nigel and Brittany. Those two people won me over so much. And I've already been a fan of Nigel. So I've already been watching him, studying him, but listening to him, having him help me understand and be more aware of the words that I say. Oh my God, I cannot wait. Literally, I want to hook myself to their learning tree and follow suit and be that inspiration for the next generation and show the past generation why I feel like I'm a chosen one for this industry.
Oh yeah, I see it. And like I said, I would like to definitely grow the brand, and who knows what we got coming here, because we still, we're about we're definitely going to be hitting the 150 official aired episodes here. We've had some other episodes that we just haven't labeled, but we've definitely been on over 150 times. I know that for certain. But like I said, we want to keep this going. We want to find all the hardworking, like I said, legends of yesterday, legends of today, and legends of the future, or stars of the future. That should say legends of yesterday, stars of the future. That's what we usually like to promote. So,
hey, Ruby.
What?
Last week I said we only went a couple, but still, just so you know, on YouTube right now, we have 114 subscribers.
Oh yeah, and I know that we can get more.
Yeah. The small gains, man. The small gains.
Yep. It's.
Thank you guys. That's all I'm saying. Is thank you to our fans and our friends. We don't
get there overnight, but all the help is appreciated for those who get the word out and let us know what we're doing here. So we're just trying to do everything.
So another shout out of IAW real quick. Somebody that's been doing a lot of work and somebody that I'm proud of right now, and I'm gonna prop him. Okay, so John Boy of the Sabotage Squad. All right, the man, he gets his knocks, and that's fine. But the guy has been working hard and working in delegate. And I said to him Saturday night, hey, bro, remember something, because you're doing exactly what you need to do, and you keep doing what you need to do, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. We're not going to be there tomorrow, and we're not going to be huge and big like Mac Davis, but I know for a fact we are on the right path, bro. And I know for the fact that everyone that's going right now and working their tails off, you're on the right path. Stay focused, stay motivated, stay hungry, because we got this.
Oh yeah, we got to keep going, and we want to keep going, and that's what we. But we are going to be taking a little bit of a break.
Thank God.
Yeah. Yes, we have been going quite a bit, bro. This weekend, yeah, having to set up two different sets, for our podcast yesterday, and then having a PA out in the near 100-degree heat index in the sun. Yeah, today, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, you're burnt. You deserve a weekend off, man. Mr. Herb Simmons, please take some time. I know June 1st. I almost said July 1st. June 1st, you guys have another big show, and you guys got many shows to come, if I'm not mistaken. But don't wear yourself out yet. We still need you around. We are still blessed to have you. And for everyone else, yeah, keep trugging along.
Yep. That's all we can do, man. We just got to keep going at it, and we will. But next week is Memorial Day weekend. And we will be taking a break, so we will return on June 2nd with we just have to make some contacts and just line up some guests here that are have been wanting to be on the show, and we will
can add GQ to it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we almost forgot about GQ. So but no, we're gonna come back June 2nd with another great episode here for you, and who knows what we got to talk about. We haven't really talked much about WWE other than the nice little meme we had for Tama Tonga, but
dude, all I can say is I know he went and got a W this past on SmackDown to go on to the King and Queens tournament.
Yep,
I'm saying it right now. I'm ready for the Civil War to start. Give me Jey Uso versus Tama Tonga in the finals of the men's King of the Ring. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see it.
So are we going to have the semis and the finals of each tournament in Jeddah, or are we going to have the semifinals on Raw and SmackDown?
I think Raw and SmackDown gets we get semifinals this week.
So they're only going to have the finals of the
I think they're doing the finals only
on the PLE.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a very good. That I'm kind of wondering about.
We'll have to see.
Because if that's the case, then it's going to happen on Friday or Saturday with Tama Tonga and Randy Orton,
right?
Who gets that bid on SmackDown? Then of course Gunther and main event Jey Uso. So,
dude, those are huge. Those two are huge main events in themselves. Holy cow!
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Do you want to save that for main events for Raw and SmackDown, or are you going to put them on the PLE, and then they have to wrestle twice on that PLE? So,
see, that's something about the tournaments that I'm not enjoying. I remember when the King of the Ring tournament was just the pay-per-view, right?
Right.
And that was cool. That was something different. It was something unique and had a different feel to it for WWE, and I missed that. So I'm kind of with you. I kind of hope they hold it until the day of show. Do the semifinals and then the finals of the King and Queen on the King and Queen tournament. Yeah, I'm with it. Let's see what happens. Yep. Professional wrestling, right?
Yeah, exactly. So there's two times, at least I can remember, of a vacated title where the WWE title was vacated, and that they ran the tournament all night. That was WrestleMania 4, where Macho Man won it, and Survivor Series 1998, where The Rock won. So they had quarterfinals. They had opening round, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, all on the same night. So you can wrestle. Hey, if I can wrestle twice on the same night, you all can wrestle twice on the same night. So
100%.
You know, if I can do it, you can do it. Go do it.
I'm still saying, Herb, take a breather, brother. Take a breather. You're an amazing human being, though.
Get some good sleep. Get some good sleep at least. You know what I mean? So I know I'm going to. I would like to. I know it's late now, but I feel I need to shower before I go to bed.
Yeah, you probably washed up.
Yeah, I mean, I just, after today, I feel really, really bad.
Dude, I sat down in our bathtub today, and like I'm like, I told Amy, I'm like, I'm just gonna take a quick bath. I sat down. I sat there for an hour.
That water got cold.
I was just like, oh, this feels so good.
The water got cold. I'm like, I need to get the heck out.
No, I enjoy. Remember, I do cold baths, dude. I cold plunge. So no, cold bath for me is amazing. You little stinker. See, GQ's not the only one with kitties.
Oh, it looks like a baby pepper.
This is handful.
Oh my goodness! Look at that thing.
She's a cutie.
It is. I admit it is. But man, I'll tell you what. So going into Memorial Day weekend, so I mean, we're not going to cover Queenie King of the Ring. We'll just let things fly. You know, we want some time to kind of spend with our families, kind of take back here. But we will, like I said, this is our last show in May. We're going to kick things back off here June 2nd. That's when we return. And keep following our Facebook page to let you know who we're going to have as our featured guest. So, and hopefully, you know, that'll be coming on to episode number 148 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. So, for those who are still hanging around here tonight, we do thank you very much. Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Randy's so sick, dude.
Randy News Network update. I'm still learning.
So, dude, those I'm gonna have to go back and watch them now.
Oh yeah. I believe those were on SmackDown. I believe. I think he might have been on Raw a couple times for that.
I thought they were
really SmackDown.
Was it mainly SmackDown? Because I'm not mistaken, they had him on Raw too. But the Randy updates were like, classic stuff. Classic stuff.
Google it. It'll take it right.
Yeah. I'm going to. Trust me.
All right. So before we take our break for next week, any final words or thoughts, Z?
Hey, no, I just want to say thank you to everyone that watches, follows, subscribes, likes us, enjoys us, wants us around. So thank you guys for allowing us to do this and bring you the fun. Thank you to the men like Herb Simmons, Alan Williams, yourself, who even promoted at one time for opening the doors for guys like me to come in and do this kind of stuff. So without you, there ain't none of us. And without any of us, there might not be none of you. So look how it works. We're a symbiotic unit.
There you go. And once again, I want to thank Herb Simmons and of course the staff at SICW, making my first ring appearance in SICW in 2024 last night because of all my hectic schedule. I'm really hoping to make more appearances for SICW going forward. So hopefully my schedule does line up with that, and I'm having a good feeling that it will. So with that being said here, I know GQ had some issues here, so, you know, that's what you get with rolling blackouts where he's at, but that's what it is. But for GQ, and of course for the Gem City Mountains and Zmiz, I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby. We want to thank you very much for joining us here tonight for episode number 147 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast, as we have recapped all of SICW FanFest 2, and looking forward to seeing you guys in June. June 2nd is when we return, guys, and just keep follow on our Facebook page on who we're going to have on the show. Okay, so have a great Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy time with your family. Take a breather for yourselves, and we'll see you next month in June. So until then, have a great night, a great week, and we will see you later. Peace out, everybody. Thanks again for tuning into tonight's episode of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Don't forget our friends at the following: Keeping It Cool with Tyler Cooley, the Squared Ring podcast, and We Talk Wrestling. The Falls Count Everywhere podcast is an LTX Enterprises production.